It's hard to believe, but it's time for the regular season finale in the Big South OVC. There's lots to play for today in Martin, Tennessee, as the Lindenwood Lions look to clinch a winning record in association play, while the 24th-ranked UT Martin Skyhawks are aiming for an at-large playoff berth and a fourth straight league title. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Hardy Graham Stadium. Davis Gregory here with John Adler and Chris Brinkley on ESPN+. Let's first take a look at our keys to the game, brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, a division of the Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security. Designated drivers are the real MVP. If you've been drinking, pass your keys to a sober friend, because fans don't let fans drive drunk.
Well, the keys to the game are real simple. First, for UT Martin, you've got to score touchdowns and not field goals. Considering last week and the playoff implications today, it's very imperative that the Skyhawk offense have a dominating performance, and you've got to stymie the run on defense. Lindenwood's rushing attacks is tops in this association, but the Skyhawks boast the top rushing defense. Something has got to give.
And now for Lindenwood.
Just much like Tennessee Tech did last week, you got to steal a possession. Steal a possession and score, and your chances for a road win increases tremendously. And the quarterback play's got to be on top for Lindenwood today. Nick Glantz is a true dual threat guy who's responsible for around 200 yards a game. He'll need to protect the ball and play well.
Our players to watch, presented by Jostens. Jostens, the official recognition company of the OVC. For UT Martin, it's the middle linebacker Jalen Sharp with 68 tackles this year, 12.5 for a loss and a pick six. Against Tennessee Tech, 14 tackles and a sack. And for Lindenwood, Jeff Caldwell, one of the best receivers in the Big South OVC, leads the conference in touchdown receptions with 10, averaging over 20 yards a catch, 57 receptions for 933 yards. You know, UT Martin defensive coordinator Brandon Butcher has it circled on the game plan. Find one and put two on it.
Yeah, you got to. I think you're going to see a lot of safety help over the top today, because it's a very potent running attack. I mean, between Steve Hall, Cortez Jones, and Nick Glantz, you've got guys, all three of those young men are over 500 in the run game. If you can get a team lulled to sleep running the football, hit it over the top for big pass plays, could take the air out of the sails real quick for UT Martin.
And here are the three-time defending league champion UT Martin Skyhawks, who will need some help from the Tennessee State Tigers today, and also win themselves if they want a fourth straight conference crown. For Lindenwood, again, talked about it in our intro, they're trying to get a winning record in conference play, also finished the year 500 at a 6-6 record. Head coach Jed Stugart in his 8th season, Jason Simpson at UT Martin in his 19th season. And this is going to be a fun game today. Again, Lindenwood, there's some players out there. This is going to be their last football game ever for UT Martin. They're playing for the postseason and also, again, another championship. And this is going to be a competitive game.
It is. And this is really could be that second statement win as a program in Division I by Lindenwood. Lindenwood got caught kind of in the middle in 2022, where all of a sudden they're in the middle of recruiting. AD comes in and you're jumping to Division I. Well, I mean, there's that stigma, right, about playing Division I. Lindenwood missed out on some players. So it's really been tough sledding for the Lions. But what they've been able to do is go out in the transfer portal, 22 transfers, most of all of whom are Division I, came in, has really turned this culture around, and they're a win away from being 500 on the year.
And Lindenwood coming off the bye week, defeated SEMO the last time out, the then number 6 ranked team in the country, as the Redhawks won the Lions won the game ball brawl. The rivalry trophy established just a couple years ago between Lindenwood and SEMO. Always fun to have those traveling trophies. It was Tennessee Tech taking home the Sergeant York Trophy last week against UT Martin, where the offense did not score a point. John, what did they correct today?
Well, Coach Simpson kind of had said that afterwards in his press conference, and everything else is probably should have tried to run the football more. However, had a very good defense in Tennessee Tech that really stuffed that run, and Lindenwood is going to have to do that today. I mean, Lindenwood's cannot allow Martin to get the ground game going, because if you can't run it, you can't throw it either, and that's what UT Martin's got to figure out.
Lindenwood won the toss. They've deferred to the second half. UT Martin will receive, and the Lions will defend the north goal. Starting out for UT Martin will be the starting quarterback, Kincaid Dent, who last week it was a tough one, 13 of 32, 2 interceptions, 142 yards through the air, and then 20 rushing yards. And those 2 interceptions, Tennessee Tech only got 3 points off of them, but stolen drives, stolen possessions, that's how Tennessee Tech won that game.
Yeah, that's what we talk about quite a bit. You hear it all the time. And in this league, and really in college football in general, you've got to really score 35 points if you want to have a chance to win. Well, last week it was a 10-9 football game here, but as you pointed out, what happened? Lindenwood or Tennessee Tech steals that possession, gets the win, and that's all it took.
Logan Seibert will be kicking us off today at HK Grantham Field in beautiful Martin, Tennessee. So glad everyone could join us on ESPN Plus and the Skyhawk Sports Network. We are ready and set for the Big South OVC regular season finale. Seibert has it teed up at his own 35-yard line, kicking it away right to left, and we're underway in the 7-3-1. That ball drifting back towards Patrick Smith at the goal line. He's going to take this one out. Smith had one tackler missed and then got crunched on the play. Yeah. Lindenwood, really good coverage there. That's Jaden Johnson, the junior.
Yeah, Johnson was able to sprint down the field and get past his defender and just really rocked Smith. Smith jumped up quickly.
There's Kincaid Dent. Look at some of his numbers this year. 16 passing touchdowns to 6 interceptions, over 1,600 passing yards. But we show the passing stats, something that we don't know. The rushing stats, that is what's fueled his game this year.
And it really has. When UT Martin rushes well, Kincaid Dent has big days.
He has 9 career rushing touchdowns in a UT Martin uniform. Patrick Smith has 12 rushing touchdowns this season. He gets the carry that time and will get it for 3 yards. Lindenwood does a great job at plugging up the gap.
Well, what you're going to see from Coach Simpson to start this game, and again, one of those kind of cliches. After last week, you're going to see the Skyhawks trying to establish the run early. If a 3-and-out here doesn't hurt you, move the sticks once or twice, let your defense do what your defense does, but you've really got to establish a ground game in this first quarter.
Lindenwood sideline making noise. 2nd down and 7. UT Martin at their own 18, going left to right on your radio dial. Back to Patrick Smith, and he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Lindenwood taking a page out of Tennessee Tech's playbook. Ashton Rustemeyer.
UT Martin was in 12 personnel. Those first 2 carries, 2 tight ends on the field. Now you see the substitution for UT Martin.
Smithberger comes out, mainly a blocking tight end for UT Martin this year, true freshman. Trips out to the near side for the Skyhawks in a shotgun formation. 4-man front for Lindenwood. And the Lions going to bring blitz. Bowser picks it up. Throw is complete to Asawande, who has the first down at the 29-yard line. That was a great job by the offensive line, John. He saw Bowser, the linebacker, coming off there. That was Strickland from Colorado. He comes off that side, and Bowser gave him enough nudge to that outside.
Nice clean pocket, able to climb the ladder inside and complete the pass to Wande.
And now Dent on a double move. Rucker gets tripped up at the line of scrimmage. No flag is going to come out, and that's the right call. Just got tangled up there with Jalen Wesley.
Yeah, and that was 6 points too. If Rucker's able to get his feet back under him, they got their legs tied up. It's a little pump and go, and it was going to be waltzing in for a touchdown if you hit that. 2nd
down and 10. Rucker playing in his final game at Hardy Graham Stadium today. A senior honored today. Final time. A lot of these seniors for UT Martin are going to take the field. It's shotgun formation, 2nd down and 10. Want to get the win today. Tanksley will now cut it back in motion. He gets it on the jet sweep. Will have to reverse field, and he is corralled there, completely surrounded by the Lindenwood Lions defense. 3rd down and long from the 25 coming up.
Well, and that was blown up by Donnie Wingate. 5 sacks this season. Has a ton of tackles for loss. Has 5 tackles for loss as well. He was able to shoot the gap and really blow that play up early.
Wingate transferring from Oklahoma State in his 3rd year at Lindenwood. 23, now 24 career games played for him. 23 coming into today. Had 10 played last year. Shotgun on 3rd down and 14. UT Martin at their own 25. Max Dowling in motion onto the left side of the offensive line. Dent going to throw. Blitz gets picked up. Lets it rip out of bounds and incomplete. Wanted Trevonte Rucker and Jaron Van Winkle, and the special teams unit will have to come out for the orange and blue.
Lindenwood ran a twist up front. Dent didn't really get a chance to set his feet. You really saw it's almost like a baseball player when you dropped a 3-quarter to throw it. That thing tails on you, arm side, and that's what happened to Dent.
4th down and 14, UT Martin. The rushing game couldn't get it going. Had to get that first down from Asa Wande. Other than that, Lindenwood stout on that first opening drive for UT Martin. Back to return for Lindenwood, that is Talon Blaylock, who calls for a fair catch at the 30-yard line. And it'll be Lion football, first down and 10 at their own 30.
Now what you're going to see out of the Lions and offensive coordinator Dusty Havorka is this is a heavy zone blocking scheme team. They don't mind throwing it much. If they do, you're going to see a lot of verticals, a lot of over routes that are run by them. But again, when you have your quarterback and two of your running backs that are all 250 yards or better for the year, that's a pretty good problem to have.
And Lindenwood coming off the bye week, well rested with starting quarterback Nate Glantz in there. He gets it to Steve Hall, the stud freshman running back. And Hall is able to tote this one forward for 9 yards to the 39-yard line.
Chris Hunter Jr. had a chance, blitzed off the edge. Excellent job by the right tackle, Gavin Hullett, to kick him out, pick up a big run on first down for Lindenwood.
And Steve Hall, 4-time Big South OVC Freshman of the Week, probably a shoe-in to win Freshman of the Year. They go pistol formation. And Glantz on the RPO, tied in wide open at midfield to the 40, 35-30. Baker in pursuit and down and out of bounds. Darren Fugit from Bolivar, Missouri gets Lindenwood in UT Martin territory.
You see that pistol formation, that's the favorite route that the Lions like to run. Get that tight end in motion, flip it over to him, and he had all kinds of room to run.
Darren Fugit down to the UT Martin 20-yard line. Baker had to chase after him, and now he's going to go get checked out on the sidelines from the UT Martin training staff. That jet touch pass. There's Jeff Caldwell getting to the outside. Caldwell to the 5, to the pylon, and he's going to be down at the half-yard line. Jeff Caldwell, the speed and the size on display that time.
It's only Caldwell's third carry this season, but this is awfully reminiscent of last week. UT Martin, first possession by the visiting team, just force a 3 and out, or force a punt, and walk right down the field.
Lindenwood waits for the play call. First down and goal from the UT Martin 1.
And Lindenwood's shown a lot of tricks already. I mean, you had the little flip to the tight end. You have the jet touch pass.
The previous play, the record short of the goal line, is under review.
Going to take a look at if Caldwell broke the plane or not. Lindenwood, they have all the energy right now on the sidelines. This group has come out very excited as we get a replay on this one.
I think Caldwell got his. He tiptoed up the sideline. It's going to be all about where the ball was in his hand and what hit the ground first. And it appears in full speed that Caldwell may have broken the plane.
Caldwell, 22 career touchdowns. Transfer from Butler. He has 10 of Nate Glantz's 16 passing touchdowns this season.
Nice little bit better view here from the tight view. I think that's a touchdown.
I think it is. I think right where you see his lower body hit the turf, that ball is clearly at the line. Should be a touchdown for the Lions. And it is. If you're Lindenwood, that's how you want to go. Right out of the bye week, you come out defense, make a great stand. UT Martin doesn't cross midfield, and then offensively, you have just picked apart UT Martin's defense, quite frankly, and getting right down here to the 1 yard line and maybe even 6, depending on this review. It is all too eerily similar, though, for UT Martin when you look at how that Tennessee Tech game went. John, you talked about that.
Well, it is, but what you've seen Lindenwood do as well is there's a lot of motion already. This is a heavy zone blocking team, so what you're going to see a bunch out of that is that you may be down blocking and have stuff coming back behind you, and it's just a matter of time. This is a prize fight. You've got to sit there and absorb some body blows early.
And we have a call.
After review, touch the pylon with the ball line across the goal line. The result of the play is a touchdown.
Touchdown, Lindenwood. Jeff Caldwell on the jet touch pass from Nate Glantz, and the Lions strike first.
Here you go.
And again, it's a great opening drive by offensive coordinator Dusty Havorka to put his players. I mean, it was big plays, 9 yard run.
Seibert, that's off the left upright and no good. And a flag will fly in late. 6-0 Lindenwood as We'll have to wait and see what this one is about.
Well, you know, if you're Lindenwood and this is on UT Martin, we talk about stealing a possession. It's got to be in back of the Skyhawks' mind. TJ Jefferson, special teams coordinator, onside kick. Is that coming? I mean, you want to get on the road.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, defense number 6, his first. Media timeout.
We'll go ahead and take a media timeout. A personal foul on UT Martin. Keep it right here. UT Martin will try to respond to the Lions as they score from 21 yards out with Jeff Caldwell. Keep it right here on the Skyhawk Sports Network and ESPN Plus.
ESPN Plus and Skyhawk Network.
Lindenwood, 3 plays, 70 yards. Jeff Caldwell on a jet touch pass goes for 21 yards and a touchdown. And then Deshaun McKnight called for unsportsmanlike conduct on the point after attempt. Lindenwood missed it, though, off the left upright. The score 6-0 Lions, and they'll be kicking it away right at midfield due to that personal foul, and I don't see any reason why you wouldn't go onside kick here.
I mean, again,
without your defense played on the first possession.
Yeah. Sometimes, you know, as fans, you kind of get sucked into the high school way of thinking, but still a possession. Defense is good.
And Seibert, just a roller right down the middle, scooped up by UT Martin to the 25, and to the 28-yard line go the Skyhawks. On the return for UT Martin, that was Jaron Bowling.
Jaron Bowling out of Indiana. His mother was a cheerleader at UT Martin. Father was a football player in college as well. And he's going to be a really, really good tight end for this program in the years to come.
UT Martin comes out with just 10 yards on that first drive. Kincaid Dent able to get a first down completion to Asa Wande. And Patrick Smith, 2 carries for 4 yards. 4-man front for Lindenwood. Got 6 on the box as Sanjay Strickland was on the outside. Now they move back. Wande, they fake jet sweep. Dent has time in the pocket, lets it rip for Tanksley in triple coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28-yard line. Lindenwood on that first play is going to haul in the first turnover of the game. Jaden Patrick with the pick, his 3rd of the season.
And that route was dead, as you see from the start. For triple coverage, as Davis, as you mentioned, there was no reason to throw that football there if you're Kincaid Dent, because it was nothing but white jerseys amongst the dark.
Lindenwood's offense back out on the field and carrying all the momentum in this game. 6-0 Lions, 10:27 left in this first quarter as they lead number 24 UT Martin.
And UT Martin's used to these quick change possessions after last week, and you're sitting here right now, and defense needs to bow their neck, keep Lindenwood out of the red zone.
Glance on the clap snap. There's Caldwell sitting down. Knee was marked down at the 33-yard line. That one's going to be good for 6 yards by Jeff Caldwell.
Caldwell's a big target too, 6'4", almost 200 pounds, and on the flip side, the biggest defensive secondary player for UT Martin is at 6'1". So again, the size advantage definitely will be in Caldwell's favor today.
2nd down and 5. Ball on the near hash. Glance on the rollout. Chippin Sharp coming to get him, has to throw that one away and out of bounds.
Well, and again, you really like what Coach Vorka is doing, rolling this pocket with Glance, giving him an opportunity to use his feet if he needs to. Now UT Martin, after that first play, a 3rd and 5, trying to get a punt and get the ball back after the Kincaid Dent turnover.
3rd down and 5. Lindenwood 6, UT Martin nothing, and that was the difference in the game last week. Was 3 points off that for Tennessee Tech. They win by a point. That was the ball game right there. 3rd down and 5 at the 32 for Lindenwood. UT Martin on the 3-man front. Tevin Chip coming up in that gap, looks to blitz. Now they call over the safety. On the play action, Glance. Time running out, and he's sacked. Jalen Sharp got him, trying to run out to the left side, and brought down at the 29-yard line.
Sharp was spying Glantz from the start, just really watched and worked with him, scraped down the backside of the defensive line. When Glantz brought that football down, Sharp correctly shot the gap, get the sack, and force the punt.
Second sack in as many weeks for Jalen Sharp.
I mean, Brandon Butcher, defensive coordinator for the Skyhawks, just has an uncanny ability. He doesn't have to wait to halftime to make adjustments. You see it in game. It's so impressive.
Patrick Turner punting for Lindenwood, and that one I wouldn't classify as shanked, but certainly wasn't a pretty punt. It'll go down to the 36-yard line of UT Martin, where their offense will step out. As a media timeout, Lindenwood 6, UT Martin nothing. Skyhawk offense will trot back out there after this. Skyhawk Sports Network and ESPN+. Series history presented by ServPro, the official restoration partner of the OVC. UT Martin leading the all-time series 1-0 the last meeting. UT Martin taking it 56-26 on September 24th of 2022, Lindenwood's first year in the league.
Lindenwood, I'm glad they're here. That was also led to the coin flip debacle of 2022 as well.
Just had to bring it up, didn't you? Last day of the regular season, you couldn't keep it to yourself. First down and 10 for UT Martin. Had the interception the last time out, ball in triple coverage intended for Tanksley. Picked off by Wesley. On the run, Patrick Smith, just 2 yards to the 38.
You saw a little bit better push by the UT Martin defensive line, just a gain of 2, although a very minimal gain. You saw some push for the first time on offense.
Second down and 8. This is an offense that hasn't scored since the fourth quarter of the Charleston Southern game 2 weeks ago.
Keep your eyes on 99, Micah Finau, the big defensive nose, or the nose guard.
UT Martin trying to extend Patrick Smith there on an outside run. The ball is loose. Recovered by Lindenwood at the 41. Back-to-back drives, back-to-back turnovers for UT Martin. That one is picked up by Finau.
And Patrick Smith is down on the ground, pointing at his right shoulder. So he took a pretty nasty spill.
And he's down to the 45, the Big South OVC's leading rusher, the only running back with 1,000 yards. He's the fourth straight UT Martin running back to accomplish that feat.
I tell you, fellas, you always wonder about an off week, the next to the last week of the regular season, and will it benefit you or not? And for Lindenwood, they've certainly taken advantage of it here.
Well, and we talked last week, brand new coach, Tennessee Tech, had really a higher solidifying win on the road against a ranked UT Martin team. As Lindenwood knocked off SEMO earlier this year at home, coming down to the 24 ranked team in the country. You, again, pick up a win on the road. You're 3 years into the Division I era of your football program. That's a big deal.
Trying to get back-to-back ranked wins. Well, and you remember, sorry, Davis, when UT Martin started making statements in the league, John, that's what Lindenwood's doing now.
That's right.
Glance and shotgun formation. On the play action, wide open. Green grass all in front of him as he slides down for a 10-yard gain at the 31 of the Skyhawks.
And that's where Glance is so dangerous, is you've got to pay attention to Caldwell. You've got to pay attention to these tight ends. But he can run. You saw right there. He put his foot in the turf, shot ahead, and he got a top-end speed within 2 yards.
He had about 20 yards of open grass to work with.
And great recognition, too. Everything broke down. All you see is the back of defensive backs' numbers. It's time to run.
Split shotgun for Lindenwood. And it's going to be Glance on the quarterback keeper inside the 30 to the 28.
Good job by UT Martin to shoot the gaps on the read. Thought that ball was going to the outside, but you watch the defenders all stay inside the tackle, set the edge, funneled him back to the middle.
Still in at running back for Lindenwood, that is Robert Giamo, junior from Bartlett, Tennessee. Second down and 7. UT Martin loading up the box, tight end in motion, handoff. Giamo, long right in, hit at the hips, but good forward movement by the native of Tennessee to get it down to 3rd down and 2.
Well, this is most definitely 4-down territory for Lindenwood. Again, Coach Havorka's got to be thinking we need another 7, take a 2-touchdown lead, maybe go for 2, get it to 14.
3rd down and 2 at the UT Martin 23 for Lindenwood with 6:37 left in this first quarter. Lions lead 6-0. Gonna load up in the pistol. Giamo, 2 yards behind his quarterback. And Glantz rolling out left side, looking, running out of time. UT Martin's got him, and the ball is loose. Ball is loose. UT Martin jumps on it. Taylor Burton, did he get it? Yes, he did. Taylor Burton on the fumble recovery as that one stripped loose out of the hands of Glantz.
Both coaching staffs right now are thinking these tit-for-tats on turnovers is not what you need. Coach Simpson needs to put a drive together as you see Glantz rolls out. Ball security gets kind of loose as he gets out there. Ball gets away from his body. But again, this defense for UT Martin has been so good all year. Flying to the ball, put your helmet on the ball, knock it loose.
Forced fumble by Charles Perkins. Also Christian Dow was in on it. Burton the fumble recovery. So turnover for turnover right now. 6-0 Lindenwood still leading, but cough up that football in field goal range. Glover Cook, the running back in for UT Martin. Patrick Smith banged up on the last drive. In the shotgun, 2 wide receivers to either side for the Skyhawks. Dawson brought over, run by Glover Cook. Being helped forward by his offensive lineman for 4 yards.
River Lackey, defensive back, 5'11", out of Frederick, Colorado, coming up to make the hit. That was set up to be a pretty big gain.
It's 2nd and 6.
Not for Lackey's defensive effort.
2 tight ends in the formation for UT Martin with Galston and Dowling. No tight ends with a reception last week for the Skyhawks, and that's been a group that's been pretty reliable all year.
Well, and quite frankly, if you're going to get a win today, they've got to touch the football.
Patrick Smith is back in the game for the Skyhawks. Dent alone in the shotgun. Calls over Dowling. Now motions back, showing man coverage. Dent, offensive line dropping down, screen pass. Patrick Smith makes one man miss, but will be taken down by the 3rd on the play at the 34-yard line. Make it now the 33, so this is going to be 3rd down and just about 3 yards for UT Martin.
Smith worked really, really hard for those 3 yards in the screen game.
Smithberger out, Wande in on 3rd down and 3 for UT Martin at their own 34-yard line. They go trips left, 1 right. Lindenwood 6 in the box. Tight coverage on the near side. That's Trey Bell against Asa Wande. Tanksley comes over to join Wande. Dent going that way. Tanksley the catch, and the Simmons Bank 1st down as he trots up to the 39-yard line.
Yeah, the shift by Tanksley when he came in motion really forced the linebackers to move over, go route on the outside, allowed Tanksley to come back underneath and catch the out route.
Good play design by head coach Jason Simpson. 1st down and 10 for UT Martin at their own 39. The shotgun. It's Devontae Tanksley, the receiver at running back. Now Glover Cook will come back. They fake it to him. Wide open is Trevontae Rucker down the field. Has to come back to it, and it's incomplete.
And that's something that's been an issue all last week as well, as severely underthrowing your wide receivers. Rucker was wide open as soon as that ball was snapped, ran right down the seam, broke it out to the outside, and the ball again just held up way too long in the air.
Jaden Patrick caught up to Rucker, but you're right, John, that ball, it has to get out sooner.
I mean, that play was 5 yards off the line of scrimmage. Rucker was running all the way to the nice green grass.
2nd down and 10, UT Martin still at their own 39. Lindenwood creeps up the linebacker. Here comes the blitz. Cook tried to get out of one tackle, and now he will be brought down.
So you got the worst part about most all of that is you want to get that positive yardage on 1st down so you don't put so much pressure on the run game on 2nd down. And when you underthrow or you drop passes on wide open things like that, now your Coach Simpson is sitting here looking at a 3rd and 11. right around again. UT Martin hadn't had a lot of face time on the plus side of the field in the last 7 quarters.
Vincent King, the tackle for Lindenwood, his 99th tackle of the year. 3rd down and 11 at the 38. UT Martin got to convert. Drop back, stunt blitz up front, deep ball, Tanksley, and it'll be
again,
dropped.
underthrown, just continues to underthrow these wide open receivers.
4th down, Van Winkle and Colton Peebles, the long snapper, will have to come out again for this Skyhawk special teams unit. And that's a drive where 2 missed opportunities. You cannot let those go. You have to capitalize. Back deep is Taylor Blaylock for Lindenwood. Van Winkle punting. UT Martin the fumble recovery, but no points to show for it. Van Winkle on the punt. Spiraling down, will land at the 25. Take a good UT Martin roll inside the 10 and down right at the 10-yard line for the Skyhawks. And we will take a break with 3:18 left to go in the first quarter. It is Lindenwood 6, UT Martin nothing. Keep it right here on the Skyhawk Sports Network and ESPN+. And today's trivia question presented by Kentucky Tourism. Plan your visit to the Bluegrass State at KentuckyTourism.com. Which school is the oldest in the Big South OVC? There's your question.
I know who the oldest person in the broadcast
That's
booth
right.
is, but I don't know this. I don't know the answer to
So
that.
we're talking about the oldest age-wise?
Yeah.
Average age.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I know this one.
You do?
I think.
Okay.
We'll see. We'll see later on the broadcast. 1st down and 10 for Lindenwood. Jaron Van Winkle, a quality punt down to the 10-yard line of the Lions. That's where they operate on 1st down and 10 on a screen pass to Steve Hall. And Hall dropped to the 13-yard line by Jalen Sharp. So 3 yards there by Hall on the pass out of the backfield.
Had a chance for a negative play. O'Shea Baker had the play read, just missed on the tackle. You got to ask your defense once again. You know, Coach Simpson said it last week. Defense was very positive on that sideline as the offense was struggling. Defense has got to do it again today.
2nd down and 7, Lindenwood at their own 13. Pull it and throw it down to the tight end. 1st down and 10 for Lindenwood. That's Abe Hare, transfer from Farmington, who moves the chains, and that's 2 big receptions by the tight end.
Well, that's exact same play that was run in the first quarter for the 40-plus yard gain. And so, again, tight end goes in motion. Everything goes away. Glantz likes to go to the backside of that play. Better pick him up.
1st down and 10, Lions at their own 30. Ball on the left hash. UT Martin stacks the line of scrimmage. On the pass, curl route. Caught on the play by John Anthony, who will strut forward to the 39 for 9 yards.
Well, Baker in coverage, and again, nice open field tackle against a much bigger wide receiver in Anthony, 6'4", 198 pounds. What a target.
And then you have Jeff Caldwell, too, for this team that's 6'4", 197. They are some big targets that can win one-on-one balls with ease.
I'm 4 inches shorter and 30 pounds heavier than those guys.
2nd down and 1.
And that ain't bragging.
On the ground game, didn't get there. Jalen Sharp leading the charge. Also in on the play for the Skyhawks is Devontae Murray to bring up 3rd down.
Well, again, this is a very good down and distance for a quarterback like Glantz. Expect to see Coach Avorka put him in motion, maybe roll the pocket, give him a run-pass option.
3rd down and 1. 4 at the line of scrimmage for the UT Martin defense.
Run-heavy set for Lindenwood.
And that's exactly what they do. Run it and get the 1st down. Steve Hall through the left side. 1st down for the Lions on 3rd down and 1.
Steve Hall is a load to bring down. 5'9", 195 pounds. You see him get his shoulders parallel to the line of scrimmage quickly.
And now Hall over 800 rushing yards this season. Quite the accomplishment for the freshman. 1st down and 10. Lindenwood continuing to drive. back to Steve Hall. And he'll be wrapped up by Tevin Ship, 2 yards.
Yeah, Ship again just read that very, very well at that linebacker position. Scraped down the backside. Lindenwood, last 2 plays, just said, we're coming right at you, big boys. White knuckle football. I love it.
And the first quarter will come to a close. Lindenwood in control after the first frame of football. It's the Lions 6, number 24, UT Martin nothing, as we head to the break on the Skyhawk Sports Network and ESPN+. Ready for the second quarter on ESPN Plus and the Skyhawk Sports Network. Davis Gregory here with John Hatler and Chris Brinkley on the final day of the regular season in the Big South OVC. Lindenwood leading UT Martin 6-0, and the Lions in possession of the football. 2nd down and 8. As we flip the field, Lindenwood going left to right, UT Martin right to left. I feel like the question as it stands right now, can Lindenwood capitalize on some of these UT Martin missed opportunities?
Well, if they're going to, it's got to start right here on a 2nd and 9. They've got to get 4 to 5 yards.
They fake it to Caldwell. Glance right up the middle. Look at Nate Glance run. Physical quarterback's move there as he gets all the way down inside the 40 at the 39. Glance not afraid of the safety one bit, ran right towards him. No juke move, no nothing, just straight. Have you had your grits and gravy today, my friend? Come and meet me right here.
Yeah, the 19-yard pickup on just really designed quarterback run. And we talked about it a few minutes ago. Lindenwood not bothering, trying to really do any running outside the tackles. I mean, it's still a zone blocking scheme, but everything is just right up the gut, just punching holes in this defensive box for UT Martin.
1st down and 10. Hall will be the running back to the right side of Glance. 2-by-2 in the formation. UT Martin 4 on the defensive line, and 1 gets a hold of Glance, and a 2nd will finish it off. That'll be number 9, Jalen Sharp, gain of 2.
Now, one thing you know about Lindenwood is when Glance is standing there and he has a running back to his right or left, the majority of the time it's going to be a run play. We see it right here. And they do run, they'll throw out of this formation some, like right now.
Caldwell on the catch on the near sideline. Has 1 broken tackle and then will glide out of bounds at the 29-yard line is where they're spotting him. Let's see what they give him. Will it be enough for the 1st down?
Watching on TV, John Anthony, number 5 for Lindenwood. He is mixing it up right now and has been this entire game. So interesting to see if they can kind of keep him under wraps.
1st down and 10, Lindenwood on the Caldwell screen at the 29-yard line of UT Martin. Skyhawks switch it up there with Chris Hunter and Michael Plez. Plez starting to creep up on play action. Glance looking in zone. Now we'll have to scramble out to the left. Ship coming for him, and he lays some lumber on Nate Glance right to the chin strap. Back at the 30.
Well, on the front side of this play, we talked about Anthony a minute ago. He ran a go route, but great defense by UT Martin in the secondary. By Lamarion Pierce. I mean, he stayed with him step for step.
2nd down and 11 for Lindenwood. Loss of 1 on the previous play. Looking to throw. Glance hit as he throws. Ball on the turf. They rule it an incomplete pass as Plez went to scoop it up.
Yeah, and that's a good call. His arm was moving forward. Backside pursuit. UT Martin starting to collapse his pocket a little bit on Lindenwood. That backside rush, Lance's arm was moving forward. Good call by the officials.
UT Martin defense making some substitutions here on 3rd down and 11. Lindenwood 1 of 3 on 3rd down today. In total on the year, the 3rd best 3rd down offense, 40.8%. Shotgun, 2 to either side. UT Martin, 3 at the line of scrimmage on the defensive line. That's all they bring. Now Hastings, delayed blitz. That one thrown, caught at the 15, to the 10, to the 5, and inside the 5-yard line. That is a gritty catch by Reese Thomas, who took a shot.
Hastings read the route came flying up. You'll see number right in the backfield. You'll see him come flying up right there. That was O'Shea Baker. Excuse me. Baker tried to play the big hit, not the ball. Great catch and run by Thomas.
First down and goal at the Skyhawk 2. 11:53 left in this second quarter. Lindenwood trying to go 2 ranked wins in 2 games. And Glantz on the keeper into the end zone. Touchdown, Nate Glantz. Rushing touchdown. He puts the cherry on top of a grinder of a drive from Lindenwood.
Yeah, you said it. That's one of those program-defining drives. 13 plays, 90 yards.
Nate Glantz, the rushing touchdown. Now Lindenwood, the point after attempt as they take a 12-0 lead over number 24, UT Martin. Seibert on for the point after attempt. Snap and place. This one is up, and this one is good for Logan Seibert to make this score 13-0 Lindenwood. As we will head to a break now, it is again Lions 13, Skyhawks nothing here at Hardy Graham Stadium as we take a break on ESPN Plus and the Skyhawks Sports Network. ESPN Plus 13 plays, 90 yards, and Nate Glantz caps off the drive for the Lindenwood Lions as they take the lead over number 24 UT Martin 13-0. That was blue-collar football from Lindenwood, moving that football down the field, John.
This is a dominating performance 19 minutes into this game. Lindenwood 177 yards of offense to UT Martin's 27, but time of possession 11 minutes 54 seconds. UT Martin's had it for 6:26. That's a recipe for disaster.
Not only is Lindenwood winning on the scoreboard, but on the energy battle.
Oh,
you feel all the juice on that sideline and in the stands for Lindenwood. Everything's pretty much flat over here on the UT Martin side. Seibert kicking it away to the near side on O'Shea Baker, who calls for a fair catch. UT Martin with the ball at the 25-yard line as the Skyhawk offense went scoreless last week against Tennessee Tech and had a good performance against Charleston Southern just a couple weeks ago, put up 40 points in that game, but now it looks like they can't do anything right now.
It's almost like they were left. Offense was left in the Carolinas. Better find it quickly. And again, you hate to put a lot of stock on one drive, down 2 scores, 11:40 left in the first half. Lindenwood's going to get the ball coming out of the break. You better get something going right now if you have any hopes of winning today.
First down and 10, Smithberger motion to the right side next to Bowser.
So, 12 personnel again, 2 tight ends, 1 on each side for UT Martin.
Play clock down to 5. On the ground game, Smith, and he's gobbled up. Again, that's Vincent King. Make that tackle number 100 for King. Quite an accomplishment.
You're sitting here and you've got 7 guys to block for UT Martin, only 2 wide receivers, and Lindenwood still continues to get pressure. They still continue to shoot every gap, and UT Martin's just struggling to run this football game and run the football again.
1 yard gain by the Skyhawk offense on that play. It's second down and 9 at the 26. Press coverage. Dent, quarterback draw. Juking around Josiah Tingley, and Dent scrambled to the 31. Flag dropped down at the 28.
And it's going to be a hold on UT Martin.
Flag on the play. Holding. Offense number 55. 10-yard penalty. Remains second down.
Vance Van Every, the center. Great player, just got a little handsy. Negated what was a really big run for Dent. You kind of wonder what Jason Sips is thinking. How do I get number 8 going? Do I try and run him some? He's sitting in the pocket. He's got a clean pocket to throw it, just underthrowing receivers. It's got to be quite the quandary for the 19th year head coach.
Second penalty against UT Martin. Without penalty so far, Lindenwood.
Second down and 18. UT Martin at their own 18. Dent on the out route, Tanksley to the 18-yard line, or make that rather the 23.
He got most of the penalty yardage back. But still, this is one of those situations you're facing a 3rd and 12 deep in your own territory.
Back.
3rd down and 12.
Hang on just a second. I'll let you know.
3rd down and 12. You've got to get the first down or you're punting again, and got a little north wind in your face. Lindenwood's going to get great field position if UT Martin's unable to convert here.
Skyhawks are 2 of 4 on 3rd down today. Kincaid Dent, blitz coming towards him, running out of time, and Dent is going to be sacked back at the 10. Great penetration from that Lindenwood defensive line as they burst through. Spearheading that was Tajay Passmore.
Again, that's really more of a coverage sack than anything. The backside of this line defense had every UT Martin receiver covered up. Dent had plenty of time to throw it, just nobody to throw it to.
Jaron Van Winkle will have to be punting from his own end zone. Blaylock stands at midfield for Lindenwood. Flag flies in just right after that, and the ball will roll down to the 48.
Flag around the line of scrimmage.
I think the official's mic was on for that entire play.
Yeah, it's the second time he's forgot to turn it off.
Illegal formation. Defense number 17. Lining up over the snap.
Yeah.
5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay 4th down.
I figured that was going to be, because that flag was dropped as soon as that ball was snapped. I can help Martin a little bit, but again, he's north wind today. It's not too bad right now.
Van Winkle will now be out of his own end zone, punting from the 3-yard line. Colton Peoples long snapping, and Blaylock standing at his own 49-yard line. Van Winkle, fair catch called for by Blaylock. Line drive punt, and UT Martin's defense will have to come back out there. 9:19 left to go in the second quarter. 13-0 Lindenwood as we take a break on ESPN Plus and the Skyhawk Sports Network. Back here on the Skyhawk Sports Network and ESPN Plus, the Lindenwood defense, another phenomenal stand. UT Martin punting it away yet again as the Skyhawk offense has been stalling all day in this first half. 9:19 left in this second quarter. Lindenwood 13, UT Martin nothing. Davis Gregory here with John Hatler. John, Lindenwood's defense, what has gotten into them here in this one?
Well, I think it's one of those things where there's been enough film on UT Martin to kind of know what you need to do, and it's just you just got to sell out to stop the run, and when the quarterback plays not what it needs to be, that makes it a whole lot easier.
On the sideline, Reese Thomas makes the catch in UT Martin territory at the 48.
Thomas reminds me of an Edelman or someone like that in the NFL. He's a little slot receiver. He's able to get to the little spots where he needs to be, sure-handed. Helps you move those chains.
Didn't have a catch last game, but he's got 2 so far in this one. 2nd down and 2.
And Glantz has completed 60% of his passes last 3 games.
And he wants the home run ball on this one. Caldwell, it's broken up by Pierce.
What a play by Pierce, giving up 5 inches to Caldwell. Got his head turned back around, shot up, played through the hands of Caldwell, knocked it out. Great job.
3rd down and 2. I love that play call, though, by Dusty Hovorka.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, 2nd down and short, hey, we're going to take a shot here, and we're going to try this.
Well, I mean, and again, football is a complementary game. There's 3 phases of it. And right now, Lindenwood is playing great offense and stellar defense.
3rd down and 2, pistol formation. Handoff. And they got it. Lindenwood 1st down and 10. Cortez Jones, the Murray State transfer, just bullied his way forward.
And we talk about it being a complimentary game. When your defense is playing so well, it's allowing Coach Hovorka to do really anything he wants to. Take shots. We keep talking about it. Right now, the push by the front 5 of Lindenwood's offensive line is just very, very impressive. They're gobbling up this 3-man front for UT Martin, getting to the second level and blocking these linebackers, and they're really doing everything they want to right now.
New set of downs, and back to Cortez Jones, 2 yards.
Yeah, Christian Dow really muddied that up, went low, took down about 2 or 3 offensive linemen. Allowed his linebackers to come in and make the tackle.
Second down and 8, shotgun. 2 wide receivers to either side. They check to the sideline. Going to get a check on the play.
Yeah,
10 on the play clock.
Yeah, watch for something through the air.
Play clock down to 4. That's exactly what they're going to do. Glance pressured out to Jones through his fingertips and incomplete. Baker was coming in to try to intercept that one. Hunter and Burton in on the pressure.
Well, and now you're facing a 3rd and 8. If you're the Lions, what do you do? As well as your defense is playing, it's almost put it in Glance's hands. You got 2 plays to get 8.
3rd down and 8. 7:17 left in the second quarter.
It's 3rd and 8 from the 43-yard line.
Pistol motioning over is Reed Thomas onto the left, and a timeout taken by Lindenwood.
Yeah, play clock was.
Lindenwood, their first. Media timeout.
And we're going to take a media timeout with that break. It's Lindenwood 13, UT Martin nothing. 7:17 left in the second quarter. Take a break right here on ESPN+. Plus. .717 to go in this second quarter. Lions by 2 possessions, facing 3rd down and 8, John.
Yeah, and again, the playbook's wide open. This is most definitely 4-down territory for the Lions, sitting right on the plus, just on the other side of the plus field. Your defense is playing great, offense moving the ball. Put it in Glance's hands.
And Glance will bring over Thomas. Looks like the same play as right before that timeout.
Yeah, he got
Glance, pressure coming right at his face. Caldwell, open field tackle though by Jamichael McGoy. That is outstanding.
It was. Again, just a lot of these routes are designed, especially against the zone defense where the discipline's there. UT Martin just had it. Be interesting to see what head coach Stugart chooses to do, and he's going to punt it. Big stop once again for the UT Martin defense.
Back deep to return O'Shea Baker for UT Martin. Lindenwood is going to get the ball to start the second half, punting Patrick Turner. Snap gets back to him from Nelson Pipes. Baker calling out for that one, lands at the 10-yard line. Will scoot forward to the 5, and that's all she's got left in her. Right at the 5-yard line is where that ball will be marked down at.
This is a character-revealing drive for UT Martin. 96 yards away from pay dirt, down 2 scores, senior day. So much on the line for this group of seniors that have had a very successful run for UT Martin. But Lindenwood is just really, they brought it today. The sidelines are just totally, they're in stark contrast to each other.
Tennessee Tech is going to beat Eastern Illinois 23-6. Just a couple seconds remaining in that game for the Golden Eagles. Make sure to update you all on all the implications throughout the day. Glover Cook on the toss. Nice stutter step. Gets to the 10-yard line and down at the 11. Cook for 6.
Biggest play of the day for UT Martin in the run game. -2 yards rushing today before that play.
Second down for the Skyhawks coming up at the 12. Second down and 4. UT Martin gets the play call in. 15 seconds left on the play clock. Skyhawks pistol formation. Cook in the backfield. Cook 3 yards behind Dent, 2 tight ends on the right side. And now whistles blow right at the line of scrimmage.
It's going to be a false start on UT Martin. Going to back them up 5.
False start. Offense number 88. 5-yard penalty.
Going on Smithburger.
Second down.
Don't really know how that's a false start. The referee's explaining it, but when in motion, both tight ends did and reset on the right side of the line of scrimmage.
Push UT Martin back. Second down and 8. Two right, one left. Smithburger's still in there. Dent looks one way, and he completes it to that side. Trevante Rucker will have the gain to the 14. It's going to be 7 yards by Rucker, and third down and 1 right here. I am telling my offensive line, my running back, we are getting a push. We are establishing the point of attack. We are getting a yard on this play.
You have to get the yard here. You've got to keep these chains moving. Again, with 4:52 left in this first half, and Davis, you mentioned it, Lindenwood's going to have the ball coming out of the break. This has got to be a fruitful drive.
Third down and inches to the ground game. Glover Cook, he's got it. Simmons Bank first down. Glover Cook to the 18-yard line, right through that left side. And you didn't need much. You just needed enough.
And you kind of keep waiting for Coach Simpson to go tempo. You know, take your quarterback's brain out of it. Go fast, go quick. Change the tempo of this ball game up.
First down and 10, UT Martin at their own 18. 4:15 to go until halftime. Dent, pressure off the edge, gonna scramble. Here goes Kincaid Dent at the 25. He has the first down. Now Dent down the sideline. Here he goes in midfield to the 40, 35, 30. Tightrope in the sideline and out of bounds at the 27.
And that is the kind of play that you need to get you going by. I mean, more yards on that play than UT Martin's had the entire game. And just we talked about, I thought we were going to go UT Martin was going to go tempo for a minute, but they're making substitutions. Coach Simpson.
Skyhawks get set up.
Coach Simpson's normally, when he really trusts his quarterback, big plays like that will go fast.
UT Martin, their first time over midfield today. First down and 10. Cook to the outside, tries to make a defensive back miss, and Glover Cook will get it to the 23-yard line.
In the last 6 quarters, that's only the third time UT Martin has had the ball on the plus side of the field. That is so uncharacteristic for this team.
Second down and 6. Ball of the 23 of Lindenwood with 3:05 to go until the break. UT Martin trailing 13-0. The Skyhawks 2 turnovers today, a fumble by Patrick Smith and an interception by Kincaid Dent. On second down, Rucker brought over in motion. Dent has to avoid one man throwing, battle for the ball, and jarred loose at the last second.
That was really, just to be brutally honest, very lucky. As Jordan Kanapke had it in his arms, UT Martin had to turn in a defensive back and rake that out.
Kanapke, a veteran player, his 5th year in college football. He spent 3 seasons at Northern Colorado. Fights to get that PBU. Third down and 6.
North Colorado's one of those, you start to see a lot of their players show up at bigger programs.
Dawson in motion. Play clock down to 3, now on 2. UT Martin gets the snap off, blitz coming. Dent trying to set his feet, rolling out right into the end zone, and it's caught! Oh my gosh! Trevante Rucker, touchdown! UT Martin for 23 yards, magic by Kincaid Dent.
All the credit in the world. Yes, it was a great catch by Rucker, but as you see, Dent was dead in the rights 3 times before using his feet to work to the outside and throw it to where only his wide receiver could catch it.
Trevante Rucker, transfer from Jackson State in his 2nd year at UT Martin hauls in the touchdown. And the Skyhawks have finally ended the drought as that ball went off of the American flagpole in the back of the end zone. It is now 13-7.
And that was a huge drive, and we talked about we talked about the juice, we talked about the excitement. You see it on the UT Martin sideline now. It's just a big gasp of relief by this offense to finally get in the end zone after, what is that, 6 quarters, 5 or 7 quarters. It's been 7 quarters since an offensive touchdown.
7 plays, 95 yards for UT Martin as they enter that Lindenwood drive of 90 yards to get a 23-yard passing touchdown. Kincaid Dent to Trevante Rucker, and the Skyhawks are on the board. It is 13-7. Number 24 UT Martin still trails Lindenwood with 2:35 left in the second quarter.
And that's a bunch of time for Lindenwood with a quarterback like Glantz to get you down the field. This is probably, we just talked about a character building drive that UT Martin needed. They did it. Defense has got to step up here too to keep Lindenwood out of the end zone.
Fair catch by Lindenwood at the 10-yard line. And now this Lions team is going to be challenged. UT Martin with some momentum. Who's got the mo? That's always the question you ask in any football game. And right now, it resides with UT Martin, who has broken through on the offensive end. They trail in this game by 6 with 2:35 to go in the second quarter.
Coach Simpson down there having a chat with Kincaid Dent. Dent looked to be a little shaken up because he took a shot right after he made that throw. But again, it's the defense for UT Martin this year has really been the staple of this team. Right now with 2:35 to go, you just can't keep them out of the end zone. You got to keep them off the board.
13-7, 2:35 to go in the second quarter. On play action, Glantz lets it rip, and that one is bobbled and incomplete through the hands of Josh Hastings as he did a great job to seal up that window. Pass intended for Drew Crobath.
Well, and all of that, Glantz recognized it quickly, got rid of it quickly. That was a great throw by Glantz, but even a better play by Hastings to break it up. That looked like it was going to be a touchdown as soon as it came off the line of scrimmage.
Second down and 10. Lindenwood at their own 25. UT Martin with all 3 of their timeouts left, Lindenwood with 2. Still have the 2-minute timeout, just in 30 seconds that will occur. On the ground game, Hall stutter steps and shoved back. At the 27, Josh Hastings and Chris Hunter.
Coach Simpson's going to get a timeout. Discuss what his defense wants to do.
They're first. This will be a 30-second timeout.
30-second timeout for the Skyhawks.
We have education lotteries raised more than $7.5 billion for education programs in Tennessee, which is helping fund 130,000 students across the state, including Josiah Tingley, our UT Martin Education Lottery Hope Scholar of the Week, the graduate student, engineering major from Cordova. Congratulations, and proud to take higher education even higher in Tennessee.
I know another one that's taking advantage of the Tennessee Lottery. The Hatler family's quite thankful for that as well.
What year is she now?
She's in her second year.
Sophomore.
So,
Okay.
so.
Third down and 8, Lindenwood. They trot out the offense.
I think if you coach Brandon Butcher, defensive coordinator for UT Martin, you've got to let the defense eat right here. 3rd and 8. Peel the ears back, get after Glantz, force a punt. Coach Simpson still has 2 timeouts and the 2-minute timeout.
3rd down and 8. Sharp plugging up. Blitz is in there. Glantz rolling out. Sharp was the spy, and that pass is going to be completed at the 44. Abe Hare got it in one-on-one coverage for the Lindenwood first down.
All the credit in the world go to Hare, as you see on the replay on ESPN Plus. Worked with his quarterback. He was really going to drag across the middle, but quarterback was flushed. He reverse pivoted, ran to the outside, make the play available.
Time for the 2-minute timeout. Lindenwood leads number 24 UT Martin 13-7. We'll take a break when we come back. The rest of this second quarter here on the Skyhawk Sports Network and ESPN Plus. And back at Hardy Graham Stadium, answer to our trivia question, which school is the oldest in the Big South OVC? There would be two tied for that. That is Lindenwood and SEMO, who were both founded in 1832.
Incredible, Davis. That was a long time ago. Of course, UT Martin was founded in 1900, just a baby compared to Lindenwood and SEMO.
We've got a couple years on UT Martin. Right now, Lindenwood has the lead on the Skyhawks, 13-7. 2 minutes left in this second quarter. No more breaks from here on out until halftime. Glance out of the shotgun. Going to throw. Caldwell overthrown. Hill was in coverage on the tall target of Jeff Caldwell. Second down and 10.
Yeah, UT Martin caught a break on that one on the overthrow, because if he makes that catch, that's a huge gain, possibly taking him to the end zone.
And an incompletion stops the clock. 1:56 left in the second quarter. Both teams still with two timeouts. They stack them up on the left side. Glance throws that way to Caldwell, and it's blown up. Lamorion Pierce, that is one heck of a play made that time by the Lewisburg, Tennessee native.
The Skyhawks really with an opportunity here, 3rd and long, to get a stop and get the ball back, Davis, and maybe score. Not a lot of time, though.
3rd down and 13, and Lindenwood going to milk as much clock as they can on this play. Try to give UT Martin the ball back with as little time as possible. 3rd down and 13, Lindenwood at their own 42. Shotgun. Trips along the right side, one on the left. Glance throwing. UT Martin brings 4. They get home. That pass, though, is caught right at the sticks. That should be good enough for a first down. It is. Drew Krobath through contact, moving the chains.
Yeah, perfect pass. That's going to keep the ball away from the UT Martin Skyhawks, and just enough for the first down pickup, and that's number 11 for Lindenwood.
1 minute left, and we'll have a flag on UT Martin. Plez was trying to get off the field in time. That'll be a timeout for UT Martin. The flag came in late.
There is no foul for 12 men on the field. The timeout was called before the ball was snapped.
Okay, so the timeout was called before the flag was thrown. And this is where Lindenwood, with time, 59 seconds remaining, Davis, they've got a chance to kick a field goal here if they continue to move the ball.
And Lindenwood gets the ball to start the second half as well.
Yeah, I mean, statistically, really a dominating performance. The Skyhawks have turned it on here late in the second quarter, especially with that score. 220 total yards for Lindenwood compared to 122 for UT Martin. The Skyhawks with only 54 in the air and 68 yards on the ground. And a big part of that ground game was that the 44 yards from Dent.
First down and 10, Lindenwood, 59 seconds left until both teams head to the locker room.
John Hattler will visit with Coach Jason Simpson at the half.
Shotgun. Glance on the rollout again. Has to get rid of that right as Taylor Burton was chasing him down. He wanted Caldwell on the UT Martin sideline. Second down and 10. Glance in the game now, 12 of 19. Does have a rushing touchdown. 8 carries for 29 yards.
Pressure applied by Burton. It's 2nd and 10.
Lindenwood getting the play call in from their sideline. The Lions trying to finish 500 for the season and clinch a winning record in Big South OVC play. A win would get them to 6-6 and 5-3 in conference play. Also would be their second ranked win in as many games. Glance on second down. Murray down on the ground. They throw complete on that wheel route to Hall. Hall stutter step on Pierce and then drop down at the 20.
And it really looked like a busted play, and certainly in field goal range now for Lindenwood. And the injured player there.
We have a performance chiropractic injury.
And an injury for Lindenwood. We look at this replay as Hall just came out of the backfield and flicked over by Glance, almost tipped and picked by Keyshawn Johnson, but Hall, the stutter step on Pierce, and looks to have hurt his arm.
Yeah, it looked like the right arm, I think, was hurt.
Performance chiropractic injury timeout. UT Martin, the lone Scott Taylor State Farm touchdown of the day. Kincaid Dent to Trevante Rucker as your score. Lindenwood 13, UT Martin 7 with 44 seconds left in this first half. The UT Martin crowd wanting a holding on that previous call.
Yeah, Coach Simpson on ESPN Plus arguing his case. And it's just really been a frustrating first half for the Skyhawks. You see all that, and it's a one-score game at 13-7, with Lindenwood missing that point after in the first quarter after a touchdown. Lindenwood threatening to score one more time as they go into the half.
And the whole Lindenwood team on a knee as stud freshman running back Steve Hall was the player who was injured. They help him to his feet.
Hall's with 5 carries, 14 yards so far. And then the catch there leading to the injury.
Gets his team to the 20 of UT Martin, where Lindenwood will try to go up by 2 possessions if they can get a field goal through here. First down and 10 after Hall's reception. 25 yards. Clock starts running. Running over to the near side is Reese Thomas. He joins Jeff Caldwell. Caldwell going to be covered by Jamichael McGoy. That's where Glantz looks. Still looking his way into the end zone, going for Thomas. It's incomplete. Thought about the post over the middle to Caldwell, and now we've got a late flag thrown in on UT Martin on Jacob Stevenson. Him and Thomas, Reese Thomas, were jawing, and UT Martin could get the brunt of this one.
That's tough, and that was late after the play. See how much damage this will do.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 21 defense, taunting. That dummies half the distance to the goal, automatic first down.
Ouch. You know, that's unnecessary, Davis. You can't get caught up in the moment like that.
Yeah, UT Martin in this game, they have completely shot themselves in the foot in this first quarter. Yeah, missed opportunities in the pass game. You've had 2 turnovers and then just a careless penalty.
Yeah, 4 penalties now compared to Lindenwood's 1. And this one really hurts.
Now first down and goal, Lions from the 10-yard line. Fake on the jet sweep. Glantz runs forward and right into the body of Christian Dowell.
Tackled by Sharp.
Timeout, Lindenwood. Their second of the half.
Timeout by the Lions. They've got 1 left with 24 seconds to go in this first half. It's Lindenwood 13, number 24 UT Martin 7. As the Lions head over to their sideline, talk things over. UT Martin, it's got to be settled down. We need everybody to play smart right now and hold up and get a stand.
My grandma didn't even believe in me.
Lindenwood right now, 245 total yards of offense. UT Martin just 122 with 68 rushing yards, 54 passing yards. Kincaid Dent has 55 of those 68 rushing yards on 1 carry. Lindenwood 5 of 8 on third down. UT Martin 4 of 7. The Lions 39 total plays. UT Martin 25.
Yeah, you wouldn't expect Dent to have run the ball for more yardage than he's passed the ball, but that's what's happened.
Glantz going to his left side to his tight end at the 5. Make that the 6 is where he'll get dropped by Pearson Hastings.
Glantz pass complete to
See who this timeout is called by.
Timeout.
That stops the clock with 16 seconds remaining.
Tackle made by Hastings.
And again, an opportunity for Lindenwood to score again. I think we're to a point now, Davis, where it's a win for the Skyhawks just to keep them out of the end zone.
If you are able to just hold them to 3, that's a win for this UT Martin defense. But should Lindenwood get in the end zone, it immediately shuts down that momentum that the Skyhawks once had.
You know, it's really been strange what's happened offensively to the Skyhawks in the last 2 games. And the game against Tennessee Tech, where UT Martin only scored 9 points, and in this game, the Skyhawks have struggled, and we really haven't seen that this season. And, you know, you wonder a little bit if Lindenwood picked up where Tennessee Tech left off, and watching that game film has helped them.
Third down and goal from the 7. 16 seconds left until halftime. In motion, Crobath. It's going to be a design run. No, they're going to throw it back to an offensive lineman to the 5. Runs over him and dives for the end zone. Drop down at the 1-yard line. This clock is going to roll, and it's going to be a fire drill here for Lindenwood special teams. They're not going to be able to get it off. That is halftime. Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
A blunder by Lindenwood.
That was total chaos, Davis, and it benefited the blue and orange.
That will be halftime. Lindenwood fails to score as they got down to the 7-yard line of UT Martin. The Lions still hesitant to head back to the locker room, and UT Martin is trying to get there as quick as possible at the moment as a UT Martin player down at the goal line.
Yeah, we'll have John Hattler visiting with Coach Jason Simpson.
And Coach Simpson making his way over to see John Hattler score at halftime. Lindenwood 13, UT Martin 7. As John now being joined by head coach of the UT Martin football team, Jason Simpson. Take it away, John.
Coach Simpson, a really back and forth first half and momentum building drive on offense, another great stop on defense. What can you take from the last 4 minutes to get this going in the second half?
Well, we just getting ahead of ourselves defensively. Just got to calm down. They're making some plays, they are, but held them to 13 points, got 2 turnovers. We got to play better up front. We got to find something to help our guys out. We got, Kincaid the last drive made a play or two, but we're getting some guys open. Just got to be able to get the ball to him. So, we got 30 minutes here to the opportunity. So maybe our bad football's behind us, best football's ahead of us.
Coach Simpson, good luck second half.
Thanks, bro.
Back to you, Davis.
And thank you, John. It's halftime here at Hardy Graham Stadium. Lindenwood with the advantage over number 24 UT Martin, 13-7. We'll go ahead and take a break here on the Skyhawk Sports Network and ESPN Plus.
Our interview today. 13-7 is the score. Lindenwood leading the UT Martin Skyhawks here at Graham Stadium. Let's take a look at the first half stats brought to you by United Fidelity Bank. United Fidelity Bank serving their communities since 1914. And a really nice performance by Lindenwood in that first half. 254 total yards compared to UT Martin's 122. Lindenwood with 180 in the air. The Skyhawks with 54. On the ground, Lindenwood 74, UT Martin 68. Penalties, only 1 against the Lions. 5 yards for the Skyhawks. 4 penalties, loss of 38. UT Martin turned the ball over twice. And Lindenwood with only 1 turnover in the time of possession there. 17-27 for the Lions, 12-33 for the Skyhawks. So you see a really good performance by the Lions, but that is not indicative of this score. It's 13-7. It is a close game despite Lindenwood dominating that stat line. We'll take a break, coming back with more on our halftime show. Bud Grimes and the Campus Connection on our radio broadcast. We'll have the OBC News and Notes on ESPN Plus when we return. 13-7, the Lindenwood Lions lead the UT Martin Skyhawks. It's halftime on ESPN Plus and the UT Martin Skyhawks Sports Network. 13-7 our score. Lindenwood leads the UT Martin Skyhawks here at the half. Let's take a look at the OBC News and Notes and a couple of players recognized nationally. Congratulations to Rickard from Tennessee Tech. The junior earned the Honor from Stats platform and was named the National Defensive Player of the Week and had a fantastic week. 9 tackles, 3.5 sacks for negative 18 yards. Forced a fumble, had a pass breakup and 3 quarterback hurries, and that went over UT Martin. Pippin from Southeast Missouri was named the National Special Teams Player of the Week. The kicker had 18 points kicking. You talk about a significant day. Congratulations. And don't forget the playoff field has will be set after this and will be announced on ESPNU at 11:30 tomorrow Central Time. And when you look at the news and notes from the Big South and the Ohio Valley Conference, the opportunities obviously for the at-large, but hopefully the also playoff berth from other teams. We'll find out tomorrow, depending on how all this shakes down and unfolds today, and that will be on ESPNU at 11:30 tomorrow Central Time. We'll take a break. Our halftime continues. The UT Martin Skyhawks trailing Lindenwood at Graham Stadium in Martin, Tennessee. 13-7 is our score, and the halftime show continues with the conference standings when we come back on ESPN Plus and the second half broadcast.
And welcome back to ESPN Plus and the Skyhawk Sports Network. Davis Greger here with John Hattler and Chris Brinkley. Lindenwood getting the ball to start the second half as they lead UT Martin 13-7. John, you were there down on the field. Lindenwood, very interesting call there to not go for the 3 points.
Well, and I think that it was a situation, too, where the play didn't manifest itself the way they wanted it to and just simply ran out of time.
Kick is away from Jaron Van Winkle, and up to get it down to the 13 for Lindenwood, cutting back to the 20 and then dropped at the 24. That's the return man, Talon Blaylock, as he's cut down on the play by UT Martin's A.J. Robinson Jr.
That return was set up. It went back against a grain. You get a lot of credit to Robinson Jr. making that open field tackle. And Davis, we kind of noticed it. Which team's going to have the juice in the third quarter? We talk about that a lot. Lindenwood very excited coming out of that locker room. UT Martin very businesslike and methodical as they headed to the sideline. Coach Simpson imploring his team to get excited. This is a big, big drive for Lindenwood to start the third quarter.
Nate Glantz will lead the Lions here on this drive to start the second half. A pump fake and a deep ball down the sideline, caught in UT Martin territory. Down to the 40-yard line. It was McGoy in coverage for UT Martin, and the catch made by Lindenwood's Drew Krobat.
Yeah, a little stutter and go. McGoy actually played it pretty well. But, again, just a great throw by Glantz, as you see on the replay for ESPN+. The stutter and go created enough separation to pick up and flip the field on the very first play of the second half.
First down and 10 at the 38-yard line. Shotgun. Glantz with time. A rocket that is incomplete. Pierce holding down Caldwell.
Well, we got to be careful. Your UT Martin, those safeties can't get sucked in on the play action. It was a really good defensive play to swipe it away.
Score update from Nashville. Tennessee State 14, SEMO nothing. In Cookeville earlier today, Tennessee Tech defeating Eastern Illinois. We'll get to some of those tiebreakers here in just a moment as it's second down and 10 for Lindenwood at the UT Martin 38. On the pitch play, it's bottled up by Taylor Burton and Chris Hunter.
Now, Hunter's the one that made the initial stop, cleaned up on the backside. Now a 3rd and 12 coming for Lindenwood.
So if UT Martin were to lose today, it would be a 3-way tie if the score holds with Tennessee State over SEMO right now in that first half. Tennessee Tech would earn the auto bid due to the record of those 3 teams against the 4th place teams, which would be UT Martin and Lindenwood at 5-3. Tennessee Tech beat them both. SEMO went 1-1. Tennessee State went 1-1.
I'd say let's have a coin flip tournament. That's what needs to happen. Shades of 2022.
Round robin style.
A coin flip tournament. That's what we need.
Third down and 13 for Glantz. Drops back, 3-man rush, steps up in the pocket, decides to run, and leveled by the shoulder of Jalen Sharp. Is chased down by Tevin Ship. Down at 33.
Yeah, Glantz shot too, but like the warrior he is, jumped up. It's been a defensive stop for Martin. Looks like it's going to be a field goal.
This is going to be
55 yards.
A long attempt.
Got to watch the fake.
Kicking this is Seibert, the senior from Illinois, 15 for 19 on field goals this season.
Try to draw offside as well.
6 is long. This one is up. It's good. He drilled it. Oh my goodness! Seibert from way down makes it 16-7.
He needed 56, which is all that he needed. Didn't know if it was going to make it or not, but it barely goes over the crossbar.
12:53 to go in the third quarter. Lindenwood leads UT Martin now 16-7, and it's the same question we had last week. And Tennessee Tech game, John. What has UT Martin adjusted in halftime?
Coach Simpson, you heard the most of the halftime interview talking about not blocking very well up front, but got to some things up. I think you will probably see another back stay in there to help ship these rushers in Lindenwood. It all comes down to quarterback. I mean, you're gonna put all the pressure on the graduate to make some throws here. Coach Simpson, we talked about the under throws. He's got to get his confidence back that he had 3 weeks ago. Stand tall in that pocket. Martin's got to give him a clean pocket. But you got to give Lindenwood a lot of credit too on the backside. Their defensive secondary has done a nice job of picking up these receivers and not giving any lanes to throw.
Seibert kicks this one away, and in the end zone and out of bounds. Shea Baker was looking to go after it, and now the UT Martin offense coming back out there. 122 total yards of offense in that first half, 54 through the air, 68 on the ground, 55 of those came on one area. And you'd like to see UT Martin John finally broke a touchdown. You had a 55-run scamper by KK, and then the end zone got you a touchdown. That's all in all. Well, let's see if UT Martin can draw something up to get it. They haven't really done that. Or to move the football around. 10 has a clean pocket going for Rucker. Incomplete. And again,
Rucker's open, too much air under it. You had another throw over the top. Wide open, and there's a pocket. If you're Coach Simpson, you got out of that.
Second down and 10.
There's times when Dent said, hey, he's throwing the ball. It's almost like he's up here trying to get out instead of throw it. Instead of working.
Second down and 10. UT Martin, they're in 25 after the ball from Patrick Smith on the right end. They go to Patrick Smith. And Smith finds the hole to the 29-yard line. 4 yards wide. Patrick Smith has the longest rush.
Right through the gap on the outside. Another 5 or 6 inches to the right or left, and he's gone.
Third down and 6 to UT Martin. The number 24 team in the country trails Lindenwood by 9. 12-15 to go in their third quarter. Tanksley brought over in motion, right to left. UT Martin going to right, radio dial, Lindenwood, right to left, and UT Martin calling for a timeout. It'll be immediate timeout as well. Lindenwood 16, UT Martin 7, 12:09 left in the third quarter. We will go ahead and take a break here on the Skyhawk Network and ESPN Plus. And 6 coming up with 12:09 in the third quarter. Davis Greger here with John Hetler and Chris Brinkley. UT Martin trailing by 9. And looking to get something going offensively. And we noted 55-yard rush by KK. That pass to the end zone to Javante Rucker. A spectacular catch, but for the most part, Lindenwood has UT Martin. On second down, they'll roll out to the right side. For the Simmons first down to 39, that is a dangerous throw and a flag now back inside the 20.
You took the words right out of my mouth. Dangerous throw. Martin Dent using his feet. That's where he's been the last 2 weeks, Dave. It's just, again, we've labored the point about the accuracy issues. He easily get outside the last 2 weeks and move his feet and make some things happen.
First down to UT Martin at the 46. Split shotgun. Tanksley will now go over to wide receiver spot on the right side. UT Martin in Lindenwood territory, and they hit Devontae Tanksley. Used that play earlier in the game. Tanksley to the 4-yard line, 6 yards.
What you see, Tanksley goes outside, comes back. It's just a real simple 5-6 yard route. 5 that these coaches covet.
Second down and 4 at 40. And it is a Sawanda.
Again, you saw two players go in motion. Tied reset to the left side. Wande goes motion. As you mentioned on the jet sweep, and you had a nice block on the perimeter by Smith.
First down and 10. At the 34, Lindenwood, you're using Mark. If you're Tennessee State fan tuning in, you need Lindenwood to win this game. Tennessee State to hold off SEMO as they've just got that one going down in the Music City. Shotgun. Bobbled and incomplete.
And once again, off the line of scrimmage, Rucker had the corner beat. Too much underneath, a little bit of jousting by the defensive back and the wide receiver, but again, just too much air under the ball.
Second down, 10.
Really like the play, though. Had two verticals going one into the boundary, one to the field.
Den getting the play into as he playing out to the right side, and now Smith will stay on the left. Play clock winding down. It's at 5. UT Martin faking the pitch, and now Den on the roll out right. Trying to step up in the pocket. He is going to be sacked. Lindenwood getting right to him. Off the edge. And getting the sack is well.
Max Dowling took off down the seam, the tight end for UT Martin. They took it way out to the field side. And just instead of putting his foot around, taking waiting for Dowling to pop open, but Dowling was double and triple. He was running down the middle of the field.
Third down and 15 for the UT Martin offense. Trips right, one left. Ball at the Lindenwood 39. And KJ in four-man rush. He's going to run. 10. He is able to get back to the original line of scrimmage at the 34 to make it 4th down and 10.
That's going to be 3rd and 10. Again, just 77 dropped in coverage. Your linebackers had stayed for 89 yards off of the line of scrimmage before the snap ever came, so nothing was deep.
4th down and 10. Offense stays out there.
I almost think you have to at this point.
Two wide receivers either side for the UT offense. Dowling now comes back on the left side. Smith tries to set it up. You got 2 on the play clock. Dent gets that ball with 1-1. Here comes the all-out blitz. Row. That's going to be a short line. Turnover. Run down.
Once again, you're unable to complete anything. 6 on that. Drop 7 previous play. You got a 4th 11. Wide receiver unable to get 6 because of the pressure coming from all angles by Lindenwood. And again, you see the mo. It's all in Lindenwood's favor at this point.
First down and 10. Lindenwood as they will take over at the 26.
These defenses played a lot of snaps today. They've been there, been out there 20 minutes. The 37 that have been played.
Hold it. Fake it. Throw on the right side with almost no one there. Perkins will make that tackle 29.
That was a good job by Perkins. Stick his feet planted. Again, glance, I don't blame him. That's just like taking a basketball. Just try and create some kind of space.
2nd down and 7.
Showing blitz. Peeled back. Lance checks the side.
12 seconds on the play clock as it starts to get under 10. Lance on the give. Giapo. Stop cross. Couldn't go anywhere on that play. UT Martin had it sealed off well. We marked down to the 27 after the loss.
Sean Johnson, really good play. That linebacker, outside linebacker position, just straight down shot gap. Got the tackle loss.
Third down and 9.
Got to have a spy on glance here.
Lance trying to work on count.
Sometimes you got this formation with the back. They move to the side.
Down at 1. Lindenwood gets the snap off. They will go deep. Complete tackle. On UT Martin. Line of scrimmage.
Well, O'Shea Baker had a handful of jersey on John Anthony. Anthony had a handful of Bakers as well. Two of them bouncing and grabbing them. You got to hope this is a hold if you're a UT Martin fan. Maybe, I bet this is going to be, this flag's located, Davis. This could be anything. This could be a procedure. This could be. Case scenario for the Skyhawks. Because again, that's one of those ones you kind of wish that the officials hold the flag there. Both players had hands on each other's jersey.
Third down and 9. Back to it. Just relay it down. Shotgun, 2 wide receivers to the left and right.
Showing really a two-man rush.
Here comes 3. Lance steps up in the pocket. Almost got him. Now, intercepted. Big dog by Jalen Sharp inside the 40.
Great job. He peeled back, read the play. It was really a good job. Two quarterbacks in trouble. Takes off, but Sharp just reads it perfectly and gets the pick.
Jalen Sharp, his second interception of the season. An immediate timeout with 7:28 left to go in the third quarter. Lindenwood 16, UT Martin 7 here on the Skyhawk Sports Network at ESPN+. Jalen Sharp picks off Nate Glantz and UT Martin. Smack dab in the middle of Lindenwood territory at the 38. Davis Gregory here alongside John Hattler and Chris Brinkley. Score update from Nashville. Not done with the first quarter yet, and it's Tennessee State 21, SEMO nothing. If this score holds in this game with Lindenwood leading UT Martin, the score holds in Tennessee State's game against SEMO, Tennessee Tech earns the auto bid. If UT Martin is able to pull it out over the Lions today, there's a 4-way tie for first place if Tennessee State beats Southeast Missouri. 4 teams would share the championship, yet it would be Southeast Missouri earning the automatic qualifier.
You got to believe that Tennessee State would then turn around and get another at-large. So again, these next 18 minutes are very important.
First down and 10 in the pistol. Cook comes up to the right of Dent. Ball placed on the left hash, and Dent going to throw. Pressure coming from behind. Rips it to the end zone. Rucker has got another. I don't believe it. Travante Rucker, the second time today. And UT Martin is right in the thick of it.
Dent finally had a chance and threw, quite frankly, a bullet from that far out. You're going to see him absolutely spin it, step in the throw, led Rucker all the way into the end zone. Excellent concentration by Rucker to haul it in, and now we've got a ball game.
Travante Rucker, his second 2-touchdown reception game of the season, or make that third. Had one against SEMO, another one against UNA as this is blocked and going back the other way for Lindenwood. Turn of the tables here as UT Martin finds the end zone off the interception. It's returned for 2 points by Trey Bell.
That play right there is going to end up making the mixed extra point on the first touchdown by Lindenwood, as you see Lindenwood just absolutely blows through the middle of the kick routine, the extra point attempt, excuse me, and smooth sailing all the way to the other end for a cheap 2 points. Stole it.
Going to be now 18-13 your score. Lindenwood getting the 2 points off that block point after attempt. Trevante Rucker going back to him. His third 2-touchdown reception game this season. SEMO and then North Alabama, and now today. But you want to talk about having all the momentum and losing it. That might have been the quickest I've ever seen it happen.
That was almost, it just used the balloon. The balloon was blown up. Everybody's excited. Stadium's rocking. In a matter of about 5 seconds, there wasn't a bit of air left in that balloon. Spent all that time blowing it up for absolutely nothing in return.
It is a 5-point game in favor of Lindenwood. Van Winkle kicks it off. That's cutting towards the left side and will land right at the goal line where Lindenwood knees it down. That ball is going to be marked down at the 1 if I stand corrected.
Well, he called a touchback.
So now it's going to be
official did, yeah, but it's where the ball is located. So even though that foot, this is interesting. Is Coach Simpson out there asking?
He's coming up now. Again, you wonder right where the foot was. The foot was on the goal line, it looked like. That was.
But the ball, if the ball was behind the line of scrimmage, then that's going to be a legitimate.
They're going to move the ball to the 25, called a touchback. 18-13 Lindenwood. First down and 10 Lions. Glance. Rolling right. Didn't have his tight end open. Runs, leaps in the air. And Nate Glance putting his body on the line in the final regular season game of this for Lindenwood. As Glance first down to the 42, laying it all out there here in the last game of the season.
That was a great recognition by the junior. He took off running. Michael Ples Jr. picked up the tight end out of the backfield like you're supposed to do, but Glance saw the back of Ples's jersey and just took off to move the sticks.
6:40 to go in the third quarter. Lindenwood 18, UT Martin 13. The Lions have it at the 42. On the run, Cortez Jones for 2 yards.
I'll tell you what, this game's getting pretty chippy down there. A lot of jaws being flapped and extracurricular activity after the whistle.
I think the last game of the season, you see stuff like this because this is it.
Yeah, you talk about what's on the line. I mean, this is a program-building win for Lindenwood potentially. It's a playoff-saving win for UT Martin, hopefully. A lot going on.
Second down and 8 after the 2-yard pickup by Cortez Jones. Had 12 carries and 42 yards against SEMO. Flag comes in after the snap, and Jones adds 2 more to his total.
It's be interesting to see if Coach Simpson takes the result of the play or the penalty. I believe he's going to take the result.
Illegal shift. Offense. Number 84 and number 8 both moving at the same time. 5-yard penalty. Remains touchback.
So Coach Simpson does not take the result of the play, doesn't take the down, but backs it up.
Moving to the 39-yard line now for Lindenwood. Second down and 13. McGoy comes up to press on the near side. Gonna go deep over the middle, incomplete. It was behind the head of Caldwell. Pierce was on him.
Yeah, and again, Pierce did a nice job of staying over the top of Caldwell, able to go play the ball if he needed to. So excellent defensive play by Pierce.
It's third down and 13.
Again, Glance has been the dagger all day and plays just like this. Got to make sure somebody's spying him. If he decides to leave the pocket, go get him.
The offense getting ready on 3rd down and 13. Nate Glantz in the shotgun formation. Glantz, one-step drop. Now trying to run out to the left. We'll dump it down to Jones, stumbling over the 45-yard line, down to the 46. 4th down.
So what Coach Stugart chooses to do here, if he's going to kick, going to punt it or go for it, he's going to punt it.
O'Shea Baker will be back standing inside his own 20. 5 minutes remain in this 3rd quarter.
UT Martin has had a lot of good punt return specialists in the 19 years that Coach Jason Simpson has been here. Baker's name's right up there with him. Anything that doesn't have good air under it here, Baker will have a chance to return it.
Turner on the punt, trying to keep it away from Baker. Calls for the fair catch, and he'll make it at the 14 as we've got immediate timeout. 18-13 Lindenwood, 4:37 left in the 3rd quarter. We will take a break here on the Skyhawk Sports Network and ESPN Plus.
Okay.
Lindenwood having to punt it away, 18-13. Look at the Aviators, the marching band for UT Martin. Some seniors in that group. Wish them nothing but the best in their future endeavors. Trying to will their Skyhawks to a win. 1st down and 10 for UT Martin at their own 14. Their previous drive, getting the touchdown to Trevante Rucker, his 2nd of the game. Kincaid Dent's 2nd passing touchdown of the game. But the extra point blocked. Lindenwood took it back for 2 points. Kincaid Dent throwing, stepping up and running. Dent to the 25 as the 1st down. Bank 1st down, Kincaid Dent for 11 yards.
Channeling his inner Nate Glantz, tucking it and running it right up the middle. Again, we keep putting a lot of emphasis on each one of these drives, and it's true that you've got to answer. You've got to answer the blocked extra point attempt that went for 2.
1st down and 10 at the 26 for UT Martin. When will they get Patrick Smith going, though? The Big South OVC's leading rusher. Go through the air again on this time. Dent wants it deep for Tanksley, and he has got it! Oh, my goodness! He's got it! They rule it a catch at the 37, sliding down to the turf, had to bobble it and bring it home.
What a catch. Up here in the booth, you're wondering why is he going to Tanksley? UT Martin trying to get on the ball quickly. I don't think you want to take a look at this replay.
1st down and 10.
No, you got to snap the ball.
Whistle blows, and this one's going to get reviewed. Now, Lindenwood's just going to take a timeout.
Well, they're trying to coerce a peek at the last play.
Lindenwood calls the Leaders Credit Union timeout.
So no review as of the moment. Coach Stugart trying to talk with the officiating crew about this, but that ball was on the money, but
yeah.
Whew, what a catch made by Tanksley.
Well, you had 2 verticals going once again, and Rucker and Tanksley are your guys when you want to go deep like that. And again, they've both shown to have great hands, great coverage.
The previous play is under review for a catch. Lindenwood is knocked off the timeout. Replay process during the conversation.
Now, I'll go ahead and tell you, if I'm the opposing coach, I lose my mind on this.
Here's the look. Secured. Secured.
I don't know that there's enough evidence to overturn that.
Because when Tanksley gets that ball on his shoulder pad and has it secured for those first couple seconds.
Yeah. Well, and again, it's if that timeout coerced a review, you almost, I don't understand why you would take it. We'll get another replay on ESPN Plus as you see Dent roll the pocket and now Tanksley downfield.
That's Patrick in coverage. And then the ball hits the turf probably right there.
You gotta love the reaction by the Lindenwood coaches that they weren't really saying that it hit the turf.
Here's a call.
After review, catch stands. It'll be first down UT Martin.
Big play for UT Martin. Flip the field. All of a sudden, it's almost like Kincaid Dent. He's got his sea legs back under him with these deep balls. Starting to hit him some more. Like you said, Patrick Smith's got to get going for the Skyhawks. This can't be a throw-heavy game where every ball that Dent's throwing is down the field. As we saw a little while ago, Lindenwood in obvious passing situations, they'll drop 7, 10 to 12 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Try and keep that from happening.
First down and 10 for UT Martin at the Lindenwood 37. Smith on the right side of Dent. That's where they go. Patrick Smith has a good hole. And Smith getting to the far sideline and down to the 30 for 7 yards.
You saw the outside zone blocking scheme. Smith was able to cut it back to the left, found a crease.
And a cool note on Patrick Smith, if you follow him on Instagram yesterday, baptized in front of his teammates. So a very cool moment there between his brothers, his Skyhawk brothers, to share that moment. Second down and 3. Rucker gets set along the left side. They're playing off of him, and for good reason. Dent's going to check the play here with 10 on the play clock. They fake it to Wande, run it with Smith, has the first down inside the 25 to the 22. Simmons Bank first down. Patrick Smith starting to run it.
Wande and Tanksley have been such a threat in that jet motion. It's really starting to make these linebackers from Lindenwood think about what's going on. You're able to punch that hole right up the middle of Patrick Smith.
First down and 10. UT Martin hasn't had a lead in a game since the Charleston Southern game 2 weeks ago. They want to go right back to Patrick Smith. Tries to bust it to the outside. A stiff arm to the 10, to the 5. Dives for the pylon. Touchdown, Patrick Smith from 22 yards out. He says hit the weight room. Touchdown, UT Martin.
12 personnel with the 2 tight ends on the left side on the replay. Just able to really down block and kick Smith to the outside. Then you just beat it birth right there. Just one-on-one. Patrick Smith makes the stiff arm and gets in to give Skyhawks their first lead, and it seems like the month of November.
Cheeks, consider the trailer unhitched, my friend. Touchdown, Patrick Smith. UT Martin has the lead for the first time today. Point after attempt from Van Winkle is good. 20-18. UT Martin leads it with 1:45 to go in the third quarter as Patrick Smith caps off a 5-play, 86-yard drive to put UT Martin on top in this third quarter.
Again, UT Martin, quite frankly, has been a second-half team all year long, both offensively and defensively, and that was really a game-defining drive for Coach Simpson and his offensive staff. And now we talk about, again, where it's almost we beat this dead horse, dismount. But the juice is back on the sideline. Everybody's moving around for UT Martin. Lindenwood kind of in shambles a little bit, trying to figure out what's going on. But this is really setting up to be, we knew it would be fourth quarter game. UT Martin takes first lead with 1:45 left in the third.
Van Winkle to kick it away. Back deep to return for Lindenwood is Taylon Blaylock. How does this Lindenwood team respond now? 1:45 to go in the third quarter as Van Winkle's kick is away. Catches some wind, going to be returnable at the 15. Blaylock going to move to the left side, dodges away Castleberry, and now will be wrapped up by 3 Skyhawks. Mark him down at the 27.
Nice return for Lindenwood. Get it out past the 25. This is going to be the Nate Clant show the rest of the way for Lindenwood. If I'm coaching them, I'm giving it to man.
Glantz is 17 for 28 today for 225 yards, 1 interception, has 12 carries for 57 yards, a touchdown. Caldwell, 4 receptions for 10 yards. UT Martin's kept him in check.
And Glantz was a guy, he's a 200-yard a game offensive player, and he's well above that today.
Defensively, Sharp, Ship, and Pierce lead the game in tackles for UT Martin. That pass completed at the 35-yard line. And forward progress is actually going to mark him down at the 37, and they're going to say first down.
We had 3 stop routes. You had the middle receiver, had the most cushion. All of them sprinted to the sticks and set down. Great recognition by Glantz.
John Anthony moves the chains.
Good enough for a Lindenwood first down.
First down and 10, Lindenwood on the right hash of the 37. Glantz on a 3-step drop. Going deep, down the sideline, incomplete. It went through the hands of Caldwell. Pierce was about a step behind him.
And Pierce falls down. As you see again, you saw it from the jump, just straight up vertical, tripped over the 35-yard line. Caldwell is waltzing in the end zone.
Second down and 10. Lindenwood takes a shot. Now 1:01 left in the third quarter.
Turf monster's so mean.
It doesn't care who you are. It will come after you. Glantz looked right side. Now left. Rolling out right. Daly in pursuit. Got him out of bounds as Glantz running into the bench over there. That's got to sting. He's going to get, I tell you what, this kid's tougher than a $2 steak.
I'm telling you, he is tough. I mean, he is taking some beatings today. He's had to move around in that pocket, and he's left it. UT Martin has made him pay, but he just keeps getting up and fighting.
Third down and 10. Still in Nashville. Now score change. Tennessee State 21, SEMO 7.
Third and 10 from the 37.
Whistles begin to blow on third down as officials have come together at the 29.
Wonder what this conference is about.
They're wanting to know when Davis ate a $2 steak.
I got hit in the back in Little League Baseball, right in the middle of the back. I went down. I got up. I went over to first base, and my coach said that I was tougher than a $2 steak.
Did you rub some dirt on it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I don't think I rubbed dirt on it. I think I just got up and
you
went.
need to tell the listeners about the best nachos you've ever had.
Hey, it was at the Hatler household. They were good. Well-seasoned chicken, good cheese. Here's a call.
Game clock operator, please reset the game clock to 52 seconds. The clock will start on the snap. Thank you.
Adding a few seconds on the third quarter clock. 52 seconds to go in the third.
This is just that typical down and distance where we've seen Glantz be given the option to run or throw. Most oftentimes when you see the back to the left or right, this junior signal caller, pass play is on.
Glantz has trips to the left. That's where he's going to look. Now Pierce to the right, rolling out right side, down the field, and it's incomplete. Caught out of bounds by Caldwell. Tremendous play by Lamorion Pierce to get Caldwell out of bounds to where if the catch was made, it was going to be incomplete.
Yeah, how about Glantz, though? Got to give that dude some credit, man. He stood right in there. Rush bearing down on him, was flushed, had 2 UT Martin linebackers about to tee off on him and still delivered a pretty good throw.
To punt for Lindenwood, Patrick Turner, UT Martin a chance to seriously get in on the driver's seat on this drive. Snap back to the belt of Turner. Punt is away. Baker, fair catch at the 21. UT Martin offense comes out with 44 seconds left in the third quarter, leading by 2, 20-18. Again, what's at stake in this game? Tennessee Tech defeating Eastern Illinois earlier today, finishing the season on a 5-game winning streak. That puts into play a 4-way tie for the Big South OVC Championship between SEMO, Tennessee State, Tennessee Tech, and UT Martin. Who would get that automatic qualifier? It would be SEMO in that instance. If Lindenwood can come back, regain the lead, and hold it and beat UT Martin, it could be a 3-way tie between Tennessee Tech, SEMO, and Tennessee State. If SEMO were to lose to Tennessee State, Tennessee Tech would earn the automatic bid. Glover Cook on the run to the left, and he'll be stopped in his tracks. No yardage gain on that play. Lindenwood rallying to the football very, very well as Jordan Kanapke got to him.
Formation into the boundary. UT Martin chooses to run into it, condensed space. Lindenwood shooting the gaps, particularly that fantastic defensive lineman, Donnie Wingate from Choctaw, Oklahoma. It's really set the edge and forced the back into the teeth of the defense.
Play clock basically turned off. UT Martin is going to wait it, and we will head to the fourth quarter where this game is going to be decided. Lindenwood trailing number 24 UT Martin 20-18. You won't want to miss the next 15 minutes of football here in Martin, Tennessee. We'll take a break here on the Skyhawk Sports Network and ESPN Plus. We're in store for an instant classic here on this Tennessee Saturday night. It's UT Martin 20, Lindenwood 18. Skyhawks have it second down and 10 at their own 22. Ball on the left hash for the orange and blue.
Skyhawks had more offense in the third quarter than the entire first half.
Working on it in the near side, near hash that is, Wande to the left. Now we'll move it back to the right. Then going to try to throw. Going to be a screen pass to Tyler Dawson. Makes one man miss. It's still on his feet. Got a convoy in front with Vance Van Every. Dawson to the 40, 35, 30, 25, down to the 20, and out of bounds. Crafty play, Jason Simpson. Crafty play.
What a downfield block by Vance Van Every, who got out in front, as you'll see on the ESPN Plus replay, number 55 coming at you right into your living room, got on his horse, picked up the defensive back, and watched this push. Hands inside, get to the outside, no hold block. That is how you do it, young man.
Jason Eaton also had that block to spring Dawson free at the line of scrimmage. It's first down and 10 at the Lindenwood 21. What's at stake for UT Martin? A possible at-large playoff bid and a fourth straight conference championship, as Glover Cook will lose a yard. Lindenwood shot the gap well on that play, coming through Sanjay Strickland.
And that's the kind of play if you need if you're UT Martin. Field goal is in play, makes it a full one-score game. This is where Patrick Smith, the offensive line, the run game has got to be there for the Skyhawks.
Second down and 11, Cook in the backfield.
Jumbo package for UT Martin.
Rucker comes over, they fake it to him. Dent's going to keep it, and he will be slung down for a loss. Jacob Waller not fooled at all. Third down and long.
Probably a ball Dent should have let go. At least have something right back up the middle. Lindenwood, an excellent job of stringing that out.
Sun starts to set here in Martin, Tennessee. UT Martin trying to keep the sun up for just a couple more weeks on their season. Third down and 14, UT Martin at their own 25. 13:05 to go in this fourth quarter as UT Martin gets set. Two wide receivers to the left and then two to the right. Four in front for Lindenwood. Man in motion, Tanksley. Trips on the left now. Four is the rush. Dent on the quarterback keeper at the 20. Tries to cut it to the middle of the field. He'll be dropped down at the 16.
Now Coach Jason Simpson has a decision to make. Jaron Van Winkle is not at his best on the right hash, the field goal kicker for UT Martin.
Fourth down and 5.
Coach Simpson looks like he's going to elect to leave his offense on the field.
And they stay out there. Today, UT Martin 0 of 1 on fourth down. On the season, 62.5%. Dent calling over Tanksley. On fourth down, Dent throwing all-out blitz. Tanksley's got the catch inside the 10 for the Simmons Bank first down. That same out route has killed Lindenwood today.
And that's just been a really good package for UT Martin. Even in the shortened field, you had another vertical, as you see once again. This time Wande runs the go. Just slides right back underneath. First and goal from the 7-yard line. UT Martin stays ahead of the chains.
First down and goal. 11:40 left. UT Martin, the number 24 team in the United States of America, leads Lindenwood by 2. Cook Up the middle, Glover Cook getting a shove from his offensive lineman. He'll be down to the 2.
This is where the game is on the line for both of these teams. This is big boy football. Coach Simpson has a jumbo package in his pocket if he needs it.
Still plenty of time on the play clock to get this one set up. Second down and goal from the 2. Cook is going to go to the left hip of Kincaid Dent.
Two tight ends, yeah.
And 2 wide receivers out to the right. Dent on second down and goal. Looks over to his receiver, Tanksley. Handoff, Cook, and he's going to bully his way right forward into the end zone. Touchdown, UT Martin. Glover Cook, a punch right to the teeth.
You'll see Lindenwood rotate over. He would from the tight, where the tight ends were. Cook goes the other way, right in that A gap, pushes in for UT Martin, extends the lead.
Second rushing touchdown of the season for Glover Cook as UT Martin takes the lead by 8, but needs this extra point to make it a 2-possession game.
Watch the line of scrimmage on the extra point attempt.
Then to hold. Snap. Place. Kick is up, and it is no good. No good. Looked like it ricocheted off the field goal post, and it remains a 1-possession game, 26-18. A media timeout now as UT Martin just leads by 8 here in the fourth quarter with 10:45 left. We'll take a break here on the Skyhawk Sports Network and ESPN+. The extra point, no good for UT Martin, but 8 plays, 78 yards, and a Glover Cook touchdown from 2 yards up. Gives the Skyhawks an 8-point advantage over Lindenwood. Davis Gregory here with John Haller and Chris Brinkley as the Skyhawks fighting for their Big South OVC championship and playoff lives right now. 10:45 to go in the fourth quarter. Tennessee State still leading SEMO 21-7. Tennessee Tech winning earlier today against Eastern Illinois could set up a 4-way tie for the championship. And on the return, here's Talon Blaylock down the near sideline, and he'll be out at the 37.
Excellent return, ran through 2 arm tackles, was able to get back up to top speed, get it out near the 40. But yeah, this is, I mean, think of today about special teams play for both of these teams. Lindenwood misses an extra point. UT Martin has one blocked, returned for 2, just misses another one. Last week, had a chance for a 25-yard field goal to tie it, potentially sent to overtime. UT Martin missed it. And again, this is happening all across college football. The emphasis on kickers is just not there anymore. And at some point in time, I think it's going to have to swing back the other way.
First down and 10. Nate Glantz on the rollout to the left, sets his feet, fires, and that one is going to be caught
Great catch.
at the 42. Just a toe drag on the play by Lindenwood's Reese Thomas.
Meanwhile, I want to piggyback on that, Haller. Pippen for Southeast Missouri had 18 points kicking last week. 4 for 4 for field goals, 43, 20, 40, and 34, and 6 of 6 on PATs.
Yeah.
They're top of the OVC.
That's right. And he's he's close. I think if he kicks a field goal today, sets the record for the most field goals made this season in the Ohio Valley Conference.
Yeah.
Second down and 6, 10 minutes left.
And look where his team is.
Yes. Just like the turnover margin. Making field goals and turning people over.
4-man front for UT Martin. Jones, he will just get back to the line of scrimmage. Devontae Murray, Michael Plez, Christian Dow, Charles Perkins. We'll just shout out the whole defensive line on that stop.
Jones has really been hemmed up today, which has surprised me. He came in averaging 5.1 yards per carry, and he has 4 carries for 7 yards today.
Third down and 6. Caldwell is going to be on the bottom of your screen against Lavorion Pierce. Third down and 6. Lindenwood at their own 42.
Gotta find 1, gotta find 18 for Lindenwood.
Glance in shotgun. They're going to run it again with Cortez Jones, and he's going nowhere. Might have just got a yard on the play, but Chris Hunter, Josh Hastings, not going to be tricked that time. Fourth down. Does the punt team come out, though, for Lindenwood? It looks like it will.
We didn't get a chance to do it because we went to break. Jonah Rubadu on that extra point attempt block 6', 305-pound senior from Parker, Colorado, busted right up through the middle to force that miss.
4th down and 5. Turner punting again. This time from inside his own 30. Turns out to the right side. Punt is away. Baker, fair catch at the 20. Skyhawk offense coming out 8:26 left in this 4th quarter. 26-18 media timeout. UT Martin leads Lindenwood by 8 as we go to break. When we come back, UT Martin with the football on the Skyhawk Sports Network and ESPN Plus. After the media timeout, it's UT Martin. 1st down and 10 at their own 20-yard line. 26-18 the score as the Skyhawks only lead by a possession right now. As on the previous touchdown by Glover Cook, extra point attempt was missed. And UT Martin still holding on to an 8-point advantage. Down in Nashville, SEMO just scoring a touchdown, cutting their deficit down to 7 with 48 seconds to go in the 2nd quarter. It's 21-14. Tennessee State still leads it. Rucker motion left to right. Patrick Smith right up the gut. Smith to the 29.
Smith took a shot, not before picking up 9 yards. Great push up front by the UT Martin offensive line.
2nd down and 1. Patrick Smith starting to get it going. And Vance Van Every opening up that hole for the UT Martin offensive line.
Last time I saw an offensive lineman get down the field like Vance Van Every did, Will Offenhuzel, local Westview product, went on Tennessee, 13 All-SEC, had a cup of coffee with the Jets in the NFL.
He was here a couple of weeks ago when his nephew played Covington and Westview.
10 on the rollout to the left. He's just going to get right to the marker and run out of bounds at the 31. Simmons Bank 1st down by Kincaid Dent.
Yeah, move the chains. Good job by the graduate. Interesting story for our Lindenwood viewers. Kincaid Dent started at Ole Miss, transferred to UT Martin 2 years ago. There were 7 quarterbacks on that team that transferred out at Ole Miss under Lane Kiffin and have started games for other Division I programs.
Wow.
Split shotgun. Now Tanksley will move out. Patrick Smith onto the left side, dropped at the 35-yard line. Give him a generous spot. I would have said 34, but I'm not wearing stripes today.
John, we kind of talked about that with Coach Simpson on our podcast a couple of weeks ago about timing. You could be a really good quarterback or a player in a system where there's just a player with more experience ahead of you. Maybe the talent level's the same, but the experience is the difference maker.
And I really, and this is my pipe dream hope, that that's going to benefit FCS level schools in the coming years. It's just that experience in practice, meal prep, weight room is going to manifest itself at the FCS level.
10 out of the shotgun on 2nd down and 6 at the 35. Back to Patrick Smith. Hole opened up and a 1st down opened up for Patrick Smith to the 42-yard line. Simmons Bank 1st down.
The left side of this offensive line right now for UT Martin is absolutely doing work. Jason Eaton, Josiah Tingley, Vance Van Every, these guys are just opening up huge holes in this outside zone blocking.
1st down and 10. Skyhawks killing clock 2 at the same time. 5:50 left to go in this game. If UT Martin were to win, the only team that can get the automatic qualifier is SEMO. If the Skyhawks lose, it could go to either Tennessee. It could go to Tennessee Tech if Tennessee State were to win today. Patrick Smith again. Smith just nasty running to the 47. He's got 5 more to add to his total.
This is a drive that needs to end in points. You have got to really make sure this becomes a 2-possession game with 5 minutes to go.
2nd down and 5. Smith now up to 13 carries for 76 yards and a touchdown. 13 rushing touchdowns for him this season. That's top 10 for most touchdowns in a single season by a Skyhawk running back. Glover Cook comes in. He has a touchdown today. 2 on the play clock. and markers will fly down.
Elijah Bowser.
Offense number 79. 5-yard penalty, second down.
Got a little bit of excitement there. Some shift up front.
Moving back, second down and 10. Clock starts to run.
You know, UT Martin struggled with penalties early. It's been a while. It's the 5th of the game.
This field's seen a lot of yellow hankies hit it in the last 24 hours. Good grief.
Second down and 10. Two wide receivers right. Tight end in there is Dawson. Gonna run it. Glover Cook. Strong run by Cook to the 45-yard line, and a timeout taken by Lindenwood, their first of the second half.
Yeah, and your reference, John, was the high school game last night timeout where Coach Simpson's son Graham plays for Westview. They got the win. 26-18 the score here. UT Martin with a lead on Lindenwood. We'll come back with more from this timeout on ESPN Plus and the UT Martin Skyhawks Sports. UT Martin leading Lindenwood, and you see the Skyhawks in the first half with only 68 rushing yards. In the second half, over 101 now. So really turned it around with that, have taken the lead 26-18 with 4:22 remaining as the season winds down at Graham Stadium. Here's Davis Gregory.
Third down and 7 for UT Martin today. On third down, 5 of 10. They lead by 8 with 4:22 to go in the fourth quarter. Kincaid Dent calling over Devontae Tanksley. Another big third down in this game as Dent's going to throw. Lindenwood sends heat, and that one is bobbled and incomplete out of the hands of Devontae Tanksley, who had 6.
And Coach Simpson has always bragged about how smart this offensive line is. Pre-snap, they were identifying who they needed to. You saw the great communication. Great job by Kincaid Dent to pick that slant up, put it right on the hands. And you said, Davis, that was waltzing into the end zone.
Fourth down and 7, Van Winkle punting. There is still life for Lindenwood with 4:18 left and 2 timeouts remaining. Snap a little low. Van Winkle got it off, almost got blocked. Fair catch called for by Caldwell. Harker down as that one spins around inside the 10. It'll be marked down. They'll call it at the 6.
It's going to be, I think, what this is going to be.
It looked like it was down there before anyone from UT Martin got down there.
Did Lindenwood?
Illegal substitution. 12 on the field on the receiving team. That penalty is declined. It'll be first down Lindenwood.
UT Martin will decline that penalty. Jaron Van Winkle, the punting game today, has been working very well for him as he has pinned Lindenwood back multiple times. That is his third punt that he's put inside the 20-yard line today. First down and 10 for Lindenwood at their own 7.
Chris, you talked about the running game.
One other note, Lindenwood 254 first half yards, only 85 here in the second half. Go ahead, John.
Yeah, if you can't run it, you can't throw it.
Yeah.
I mean, and UT Martin's run game has started. It's helped Kincaid Dent 163 passer rating today.
Glance tried to throw. He's sacked in the end zone.
That's got to be a
They're
safety.
going to rule him down at the 2. Devontae Murray.
I'm telling you, I don't know about that.
That would have made it a 2-score game.
I don't know about that as you catch the replay.
Right up the middle, Murray got it.
They did. They forward progress. That's a good call. Officials are right on top of it.
It'll be moved back now to the 2 after Murray has the sack. Shotgun. Second down and 15. Glance from his own end zone. Fires wide open. It's Jeff Caldwell going to the 30. Runs right at Lamorion Pierce, being picked up by Hastings. Whistles blow. First down, Lindenwood.
Great throw by Glance. If you want to get out of the shadow of your own goalpost, you better find your best receiver, one of the tops in the conference, and he did.
First down and 10, Lindenwood. Clock keeps rolling. Pistol formation. Glantz throwing with 3 minutes to go. Standing in the pocket, has to run, floats it out, caught at the 40-yard line, and out of bounds goes Crobath.
Glantz once again, feet extends the plays. Had a linebacker bearing down on him, found his safety valve, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
7 yards by Crobath, 2nd down and 3. Still have the 2-minute timeout left in your back pocket if you're Lindenwood and head coach Jed Stugart as well. They'll throw again, off the blitz, here comes Laborion Pierce and Taylor Burton.
Well, thank goodness for UT Martin that they did. Because Crobath was wide open across the middle of the field. That's where Glantz was looking. That was about to be a touchdown for Lindenwood.
3rd down and 9. Lindenwood can take this to the 2-minute timeout if they want. Shotgun. 2 wide receivers either side. They're going to snap it. Glantz going to throw, and he flicks it out at the last second. It's caught behind the line of scrimmage. Now out to the 37-yard line, staying in bounds, and then finally out of bounds goes Lindenwood.
Good pursuit by UT Martin defense. And this backside of UT Martin, these defensive backs really made that play happen.
That is the 2-minute timeout. That was Jared Rhodes out of the backfield. 4th down coming up after this break here on the Skyhawk Sports Network and ESPN+. This could be your ball game. 4th down and 5 for Lindenwood at their own 39. Playoff hopes and championship aspirations on the line for UT Martin. 1:54 left to go in this game. Lindenwood still with 2 timeouts left. In a shotgun formation with 2 wide receivers on either side of the formation. UT Martin's going to bring 3. Glantz gets it out quick, and they convert Jeff Caldwell across midfield into UT Martin territory down to the 47.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do about that. Caldwell is a phenomenal receiver. You line him up in the slot. He breaks it off for the slant. Glantz hits him in stride. Great pitch and catch.
6 catches for him.
Trips right, 1 left. Glantz, pressure coming in from Murray. Now Glantz has to reset, rolling out to the left side, eyes downfield, throws it there, nobody home.
Pass incomplete.
O'Shea Baker, Josh Hastings made sure they got depth and kept every single receiver in front of them. Glantz did all he could to extend that play.
2nd down and 10, 1:29 remains in this game. It's halftime in Nashville, Tennessee State in front of SEMO, 21-14. Glantz throwing near side, tipped up in the air, and incomplete, broken up by Chris Hunter.
Yeah, the senior had a chance. He got his big paws on the ball, just fell harmlessly to the turf, but another 3rd and 10 for Lindenwood. And you know that you got 2 plays in front of you, the UT Martin defense.
3rd down and 10 from the 47, and shotgun is Glantz. And it's going to be a free play for Glantz. He's going to go deep down the field, caught by Caldwell, and he's going to be dropped inside the 25. They're going to mark him down actually right at the 25 as the Skyhawks gave him a free play.
I mean, Caldwell is just a dude, man. That's all you can say about it. He had help over the top.
Offside. Defense. That comes decline. The Sultan plays a 1st down.
Yeah, and he's 6'5", so he's a big target.
Yeah, and you've got to think, if your defensive coordinator Brandon Butcher, they're putting Caldwell in the slot. It's given him an opportunity to really work the middle of the field. Lindenwood, as Davis said a minute ago, still with 2 timeouts.
1st down and 10 at the UT Martin 25 for Lindenwood. They'll need the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to tie. 1:19 to go in this 4th quarter.
Mismatch down here with Caldwell.
Glantz, he's going to look to the opposite side. That ball is caught at the 19-yard line. Brought in by the tight end, Abe Hare. Second down at the 19 of the Skyhawks. Play action go the same way, broken up. Incomplete, Jermichael McGoy almost had him one.
Yeah, McGoy was able to read the quarterback's eyes, knew he was coming quickly, ran man threw the ball, not the receiver, to avoid the DPI.
3rd down and 3 with 56 seconds left in this game. Play clock coming now. You do not want to call a timeout here because you can't get a play in. 10 seconds left. And now the officials come together. Timeout called by who?
It's not been signaled to us. Both teams have headed to the sideline. They're pulling them back now. What was the stoppage in play for?
There was no timeout taken by either team. There was a conversation with the officials about the clock. It'll be 3rd down.
3rd down and 3. We'll get right back to it with 56 seconds left to go in this game. 3 wide receivers are going to be on the right side. In a shotgun formation, UT Martin with 3 down linemen. Glance. Loads up. Pump fake. Rolling out right. Trying to scramble. Takes a huge hit by Tevin Ship. But he's going to get right to the 15-yard line. And that should be enough to move the chains. It will be. 1st down, Lindenwood.
Clock will start when the chains are set.
Chain is good enough for Lindenwood, 1st down.
1st down and 10 at the 15 of UT Martin. 49 seconds left.
Single coverage up top to Caldwell.
Glance, though, is going to check it out of the backfield to Rhodes. Rhodes is blown up by Tevin Ship. 2 yards gain as Ship and Hunter combine to make that stop. Timeout is taken by Lindenwood.
Stop by Ship.
Timeout, Lindenwood. Their second. This will be a 30-second timeout.
30-second timeout to be taken.
Operator, please reset the game clock to 37 seconds. 37. Thank you.
Game clock operator had it before the official asked for it.
What a game we've had here today. UT Martin was down 13-0, and they've come back to lead in this game 26-18. 37 seconds remain. Lindenwood needing a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie this game up. Setting the scene for you, if UT Martin wins this game and Tennessee State wins, that means there's a 4-way tie for the Big South OVC Championship. UT Martin would get a share of that for the 4th straight year. SEMO would get the automatic qualifier. If Lindenwood can get the 2-point conversion and the touchdown, tie this game up, and win it later on, that would mean there'd be a 3-way tie if Tennessee State beats SEMO, and it would go to Tennessee Tech with the automatic bid. 2nd down and 8 after that completion out of the backfield to Jared Rhodes. Rhodes now is going to be on the left side of Glance. Steve Hall, stud freshman running back, went out in the 1st half. We haven't seen him since. On the ground game, Rhodes breaks free into the end zone. Touchdown. Lindenwood, no, they're going to, let's see. Officials blew their whistles and started walking out. It's about the 3-yard line, but it is going to be a touchdown as Jared Rhodes runs into the end zone, and now Lindenwood got to go for 2.
Again, the big man just absorbing contact. As you see, 220 pounds, took a big hit, just couldn't bring him down. That's been one thing that Coach Simpson has struggled with this year, is there's been some tackling. You can't do anything about that, though. You can't do anything about that. That's a big boy.
13-yard rushing touchdown by Jared Rhodes, and here comes your ball game on the 2-point conversion. UT Martin's defense gets set up here.
We'll put it in Glance's hands. Imagine they'll keep it on the ground.
Glance.
Timeout coming for Lindenwood.
And there it is. That's going to be the final timeout taken by Lindenwood. UT Martin leads 26-24 after the heroic run by Jared Rhodes as the UT Martin faithful on their feet in this game. 32 seconds left. Again, if UT Martin can somehow win this game, finish the year 8-4, 6-2 in conference, what does that look like come tomorrow for the FCS selection committee? That is the million-dollar question. But as of right now, You've got to get one more stop if you're UT Martin to get to that point.
Here's the thing, Davis. You know, UT Martin is more on the line than Lindenwood, but you wouldn't know it by watching this game. Lindenwood's playing this like they're playing for a championship.
Well, it really validates that win over SEMO 2 weeks ago, too.
No doubt.
It does. Look right here. Let's see what formation they come out in. I would look for glance, them to move the pocket, find your tight end. He goes in motion out to the left to try and dump it off to him.
Shotgun, glance, bringing in motion Caldwell. That's where they go. Caldwell, they dive for the ankles. Caldwell going for the pylon, and he's got it, and we are tied. 26-26. Jeff Caldwell with the heroic play, and we are tied up, and it looks like Caldwell is injured.
Well, it's cliche, but it's true. You want to put the ball in your best player's hands. And that's exactly what the Lions did. Get it to Caldwell. Had a chance in the backfield to make the play. Shot the gap. Excellent job by Lindenwood. And their running back, Jared Rhodes, just simply get in the way and make it muddy. And Caldwell does what Caldwell does. Becomes an athlete and gets to the pylon.
Well, how crazy, the missed point after, the missed field goal, the inability for Lindenwood to score at the end of the first half. There has been so much that has happened in this game that has led to a 26-26 score.
How big, again, they're called special teams for a reason. How big is that block and return on the extra point attempt?
What was an almost safety for UT Martin would have ended the game earlier.
UT Martin comes into this game. They've played in one overtime game this season. That was the conference opener at Southeast Missouri. Lost in that one 45-42 as they blew a 14-point fourth quarter lead. Lindenwood has yet to play in overtime this season. 26 all your score after Jeff Caldwell had the 2-point conversion. A squib kick that's going to be touched by Smithberger. He's going to have to get on it at the 23-yard line.
UT Martin has 2 timeouts. The goal here is to get a minimum of 25 yards to give yourself a chance with the heat. What we have seen Lindenwood do in obvious passing situations is they will drop 7 in coverage 10 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Keep everything in front of them. UT Martin's going to want to work the sidelines, try and use that to their advantage.
Jared Van Winkle's long of the season, a 46-yarder. Shotgun, first down and 10. UT Martin at their own 22. Kincaid 10, gonna throw, going out to Rucker, who will go down in bounds at the 27. Clock continues to go. 10, throwing, having to step up in the pocket. He's gonna roll out to the left side. He's gonna get out of bounds, and he is
got to be a flag.
There it goes. That's the flag coming in as Vincent King. That is irresponsible. You cannot do that. That'll be a 15-yard penalty as he couldn't put on the brakes.
Not at all a smart play there.
And even worse than that is UT Martin hangs on to both of their timeouts.
Dent seems to be all right.
After the play, personal foul, late hit, defense number 9. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down. UT Martin says to have the game clock start on the snap.
Clock will start on the snap with 10 seconds left. Simmons Bank first down via the penalty. First down and 10, ball moved up to the 41-yard line.
You can still throw something in the middle if you have to with 2 timeouts remaining.
Shotgun. Lindenwood rushes 2, 10 with time over the middle. It's caught to the 35, down to the 30. What a catch! First down and 10. Did they call a fumble on the play?
I called him down. UT Martin now is going to attempt timeout and attempt a field goal. Lindenwood does not have any timeouts left.
Scotty Alexander with the catch, as you saw in the replay. He was down. It's going to be first down and 10 UT Martin. Ball appears to be marked down at the 31. This is going to be 48-yarder. Van Winkle on the season. His long was 46, and how about this for a storybook ending possibly? If he hits this one, the redemption from last week.
The ball is going to be in the middle of the field. Lindenwood doesn't have any timeouts remaining. Therefore, he does not have to worry about a timeout coming when he's about to kick it.
Game clock operator, please reset the game clock for 4 seconds. 4 seconds, please.
4 seconds will be left on the clock. It'll be Kincaid Dent holding for Jaron Van Winkle, Colton Peoples to snap. Ball at the 31-yard line as Van Winkle warming up. He missed a chip shot last week against Tennessee Tech. Chance to redeem himself here. This one officially being marked down as a 49-yard field goal attempt. Dent the holder. Snap. Place. Kick is up. It is off the upright and no good. No good from Van Winkle. Looked good from our camera. Hit the upright, and we're going to go to overtime. Oh, my goodness.
Wow, football's a game of inches, but you don't ever think it like that.
26-26. Time for free football in Martin. "49-yard field goal that went right off the right upright." You see teammates encouraging Jaron Van Winkle on that one. Just went off the upright and no good. 26-26 remains your score as we have entered overtime in the 7-3-1.
If there was ever a textbook ball game of the importance of special teams, we have seen it today. What a game. Now, here's the kicker for Lindenwood. It's Caldwell healthy. Can he still get on the field and be an offensive threat?
What a game we've had. Over 400 total yards of offense for both teams. Lindenwood with 432, UT Martin 420.
The crazy thing about that is at halftime, at the half, UT Martin had a grand total of 122 yards of offense. Just absolutely exploded in the second half.
Yeah, the tale of two halves. And we have more football.
And the captains meet at midfield. Vance Van Every and Tevin Ship for UT Martin.
Okay, let's cover overtime rules real quick. We're going to flip the coin one time. The winner of the toss choose offense, defense, or which end of the field you want to play on. Each team gets one timeout for overtime period. If we get to a second overtime and you score a touchdown, you have to go for two. If we get to a third overtime period, it's just a series of 2-point conversions, okay? Lindenwood, your visitors. Red is head, blue is tails, okay? Tails, heads, what you call? The call is tails. It's tails. You want to play defense. Which end of the field you want to play on? All right, gentlemen, switch it up right here. Lindenwood to Charles. 11 to play defense. Go to UT Martin's ball. First 10 right here.
So you hear it again. First overtime is normal, like always. Second overtime, you've got to start going for two. And then if it should go past the second overtime, 2-point conversions.
This is probably one of the most exciting things about overtime. You could very well play another hour in this. There was a game years ago, Tennessee and Arkansas, I believe, had 8 overtime periods one night, and it was just a crazy atmosphere. And again, this is just it's been a great football game. Big plays all over the place.
I don't know if I've ever seen a season come down to the end of the regular season with the championship on the line.
First down and 10, UT Martin at their own at Lindenwood's 25. Split shotgun. First overtime period. Skyhawks will start out with it. Four-man front. Dent pulls it on the throw. Tanksley, a contested catch. Got it at the 20-yard line. They'll mark him down at the 19.
Well, went back to the bread and butter. And he ran Rucker off. We've said it several times today. Tanksley falls back underneath. Lindenwood defended it well. Tanksley with the excellent catch.
Second down and 4. UT Martin at the Lindenwood 19. Trips left, one right. 10 throwing on second down to the 5. It's caught by Rucker. First down and goal.
Again, a clean pocket. This offensive line has really shored everything up since midway through the second quarter. As you see Dan able to climb the pocket, hit Rucker on the out. Now UT Martin inside the 5.
Shotgun, 2 left. Could this one go to Patrick Smith? Lindenwood loads up the box. It will go to Patrick Smith, who gets across the 5-yard line and will call him down at the 3. 2 yards by Patrick Smith. Second down and goal.
Smith's going to be your workhorse inside the red zone.
It's second and goal.
Stay with him.
Second down and goal. From the 3. Smith is going to be on the right side of Kincaid Dent. Ball on the right hash. Dent tried the hard count. Now they go right back to Patrick Smith. He's going to go forward, lunging down at the 1. Third down and goal.
Offensive line, excellent push. Jonah Rubadu, nose tackle for Lindenwood, was able to make that a really muddy run, collapse that left side of UT Martin's offensive line.
Here we go. Big boys on big boys in this first overtime. UT Martin getting the play call in. Coach Simpson, though, wants to take a timeout here on this third down and goal from the Lindenwood 1.
30-second timeout.
Skyhawks will talk it over right now. Kincaid Dent in this game. 2 Scott Taylor State Farm touchdowns. Patrick Smith with 1. And then you've also got Trevonte Rucker with 2 to his name. 5 catches and 87 yards for Rucker. On defense for Lindenwood in this one, Vincent King, 8 tackles, 1 tackle for a loss. Sanjay Strickland, 7 tackles and half a tackle for a loss in this game so far. What's being talked about right now, John, here? Do you go right at the heart? Do you run him again? Do you run Patrick Smith again? Or do you try to slip a tight end out?
I think you've got to you don't want to get away from what you do this time of year, and this is a running football team. You've got the best running back in the conference behind arguably the top 2 to 3 offensive line in the conference with a quarterback that was a preseason second-team selection. So, I mean, this is textbook, go with what you do.
Skyhawks break the huddle. Third down and goal from the 1. Dawson and Smithberger motion over to the right. Dent on the snap. He's going to roll right. Throws. Caught. Dawson. Touchdown. UT Martin. Dent, as he's going to the ground, unleashes a fireball to Dawson.
Fooled everyone. Faked a run. Got it out to Dawson, who did an excellent job of holding just long enough to slip out and create space. And you've got to credit Dan. Boy, he's really come along.
It's the hat trick for Kincaid Dent. Now Jaron Van Winkle on for the point after a tip. These haven't been gimmies today. Dent the holder. People snapping. Here it comes. Placed down. It is up, and it is good. Van Winkle drills it. And the Skyhawk defense will need to make one more stop to possibly save their season.
Kind of piggyback on Kincaid Dent midway through the second half. He started this game 3 for 8. He is 14 for his last 18 with 2 touchdowns.
And there have been some games where he struggled early, and then he's figured it out.
Well, and Coach Simpson has said it. If we can't run the ball, we can't throw it. You've heard us say that several times today. When UT Martin started to get the ground game going midway through the second half, Kincaid Dent got better in the pocket. A couple of runs that he had helped him out. And again, this is where's Caldwell if you're Lindenwood? He's in the slot. Got to find number 1.
First down and 10, Lindenwood on their first possession of overtime. Glance, quarterback draw, and he is dropped for a loss of 2. Tevin Ship from Smyrna, Tennessee.
Pocket collapsed quickly around Glance. This was a designed quarterback run, but the pressure off the edge by Devontae Murray forced that collapse much quicker than anticipated.
It's second down and 12 for Lindenwood. Backloading them in that pistol. They got bunch trips on the right, 1 wide receiver to the left.
Safety help over the top on Caldwell.
They're going to pull it, try to throw it to the tight end. They've got him to the 20. Flag coming in late, though. That could be on holding.
I think that's going to be Caldwell on the hold out in front.
Tevin Ship says it's on Lindenwood. Got it to the tight end on the flat as they fake the read option.
That's been a great play for the Lions all day today. The tight ends have been heavily involved out in the flats.
Pass interference.
That's a huge penalty.
That's crushing. Holding 10 and then pass interference being 15. That is going to sting. Second down and forever to go.
I didn't see where that was. Maybe Caldwell was pushing off before Glance ever let go of it.
Second down and 27 for Lindenwood. 33-26. UT Martin leads it.
Coach Borkoff, coordinator, you don't need to get it all back right here. If UT Martin, you have to defend it like they're trying to.
On second down, Glance down to the check down route, hitting Rhodes, and he'll be wrapped up by Chris Hunter. A gain of a yard to the 41.
Again, don't have to get it all right here, but you got to get a lot of it.
Third down and a ways to go. UT Martin a win, bolstering that playoff resume, getting them to 8 wins, and could hear their name called tomorrow if they come up with a stop here tonight. Shotgun, trips left, 1 right. UT Martin with a 3-man front. McCoy shows pressure. Now we'll jump back on Caldwell on the bottom of your screen. Play clock down to 4.
Safety's 15 yards off the ball.
Here's Glance on third down. Murray's got him! Devontae Murray gets after Glance.
Murray's limped on the play. Forced fumble. Hail Mary time.
And they'll go check out Devontae Murray, who got the sack.
I think Murray, you'll see pressure come to Arm's side. Was able to get him. He took a hard shot on the turf for that knee.
And Jalen Sharp, the quarterback of that UT Martin defense, talking to his defensive backs right now. 4th down and 32. The line to gain is the 15. But at this point in time, what do you think? You think an end zone or you thinking the 15?
Well, I think you've got to run a combination of a couple, maybe a drag route across the middle, try and get it in Caldwell's hands to let him catch and run. However, that's a risky proposition if he gets caught out and there's defenders around him. If you're trying to Hail Mary it at this point, which I don't really think you do, that's going to be for Brandon Butcher to figure out, how do I do this? We've seen in college football, especially we'll talk about the Florida State-Memphis game earlier this year, where the defensive coordinator for Memphis, a former UT Martin football player and defensive coordinator here, Jordan Hankins, rushed six on a Hail Mary at the end of the game. We'll see what Coach Butcher, Brandon Butcher, chooses to do, but it's going to be imperative of these safeties to keep everything in front of them.
Murray will come off the field and hype up this crowd. On 4th down and 32, all the UT Martin faithful standing up in this first overtime. Skyhawks trying to keep their postseason hopes and dreams alive. They need one more stop. Lindenwood has to get to the 15 for a first down.
Martin's going to rush 3, drop 8.
It's going to be Keyshawn Johnson, Michael Pleasant, Taylor Burton.
Every single Skyhawk defender is at least 20 yards. Secondary is at least 20 yards off the ball. Linebackers and defensive secondary.
Empty backfield. Here's your ball game. Glantz drops back. Plays on the rush. Glantz rolling out left side. He's going to air it out. Wants the end zone. It is incomplete. Your ball game is over. Jermichael McGoy has come away with it, and the Skyhawks live to see another day. The season remains alive for the orange and blue. What a ball game. Looks like there is a tie-up for it at the goal line. UT Martin comes away with it, and the Skyhawks win it 33-26. The ball thrown right to the end zone and then turned away by the UT Martin defense as the Skyhawks finish off the year 8-4, 6-2 in conference play. What a game in the regular season finale at Hardy Graham Stadium. So for John Hatler and Chris Brinkley, I'm Davis Gregory saying so long from Hardy M. Graham Stadium in Martin, Tennessee, where the final score, UT Martin 33, Lindenwood 26 in overtime. All games airing on the ESPN networks or streaming live and archived on the ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN.
Halftime, 13-7 the score. Lindenwood leading UT Martin as we take a look at the conference standings presented by Sunset Bakery, the tastiest flavors under the sun. Here's what we're looking at. Again, a big day. Southeast Missouri 6-1. Right behind them, Tennessee State, UT Martin, and Tennessee Tech all 5-2. Lindenwood in this game 4-3 coming in. Gardner-Webb's 3-4. Eastern Illinois 2-5. Western Illinois 2-5. Charleston Southern 0-8. The Skyhawks currently trailing Lindenwood 13-7. Let's get an update on the TSU SEMO score, Davis. Tennessee State leading. Is it 14-0?
It is 14-0 Tennessee State. They just sacked Paxton DeLorme on a strip sack, returned it for a touchdown.
Okay.
Tigers 14, Redhawks nothing with 7:08 to go in the first quarter.
There you go. We'll take a break. Our halftime continues right here on ESPN+.